Hello, what's up this morning, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to you all, and Avatar release day to you all. Good to see you. What is up, Paladin, Motherfrogger, Dracrorix, Mano VHS, Soul Savage, Affinity to Squirtle, Thornblood, Paladin. How is everyone doing today? I am super excited because we got new magic cards to play with, and there are so many things to test out. The set just went live on Arena like a few minutes ago. I haven't even opened my packs yet. We're opening packs as we speak. Okay, so I was going back and forth on what we were going to do today because there's so many things I want to try. I really want to try a couple of cool things with lessons. Chat's hidden. Wait a minute. Is it? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's changing scenes. It disappeared for a minute, but it's back. I don't know why it does that, but hopefully we're good now. I have a couple of cool ideas for lessons that I really want to try. I built this lesson deck, and I was really excited to try non-budget. We already did budget lessons. They're a little different teamer lesson decks. So I really wanted to, yeah, it's just too much effort. It's technically correct to craft all, look at all those commons and uncommon wild cards. It is technically correct to craft them all first. It's just so tedious that I kind of gave up. I kind of gave up on just going through and doing it. It's lazy mode. With eyes. Okay, so here's the plan. Let me tell you about these lesson decks. So here's the deck. I built this deck this morning. I was like, okay, I want to try a lesson deck with some of the lesson payoff. So I put together this teamer lesson deck. And the idea of this deck was, okay, it's like lessons, but we got Iroh, we're kind of building around Toph, getting back our lessons. We got some Sokkas and Ran and Shaws. So I put together this like teamer lesson deck, and I'm excited to try it. But then I saw someone talking about how you can build like a lesson storm deck, which is really built around Iroh. And the idea is you play all the lessons, then you play Iroh, and if you have something like artist talent or Grand on the battlefield, you can make all your lessons free and just have like the most ridiculous lesson turn of all time. So now I kind of want to build that too, and I don't know what direction to go. I don't know which one's better because they both actually kind of excite me. So we might try both of them. Blood Moon, we'll definitely do more Blood Mooning, but it's not a card you can just throw into any deck, I don't think, and get value out of. Doc Arlok, does Doc Arlok reduce the cost of your graveyard stuff? Is Doc just broken in every deck? I know it's from Exile. Does it spells you cast from your graveyard or from Exile cost 2 less to cast? Yeah, so Doc could do it as well. I think, and Gran, I can't believe how good Gran is. I think Gran might be the best way because it's only 1 mana and you don't have to level it up or anything. So on the turn you go off, you can theoretically just play Iroh, pop off. Artist Talent is also good just because it works really well with the plan of getting lessons in the graveyard, because the first mode is looting. So it's a way to get lessons in the graveyard. And then once we level it up, then we can actually pop off with the combo. So, oh, Accumulate Wisdom. Oh, I'm so addicted to this card. So I think that's the plan. I think we're going to teach some lessons today. We're going to do a little lessoning today. So I think that's the plan. So, yeah, I'm going to import this deck, and then we're going to build the other deck, and we'll give them both a try. But are you guys down with more lessons? I know we did it on Budget Magic, but these builds they're different, right? They are different. It's not going to be just like the budget deck again. Whew. Okay, that's a lot of wild cards. That is fine. Good old Arena release day. Did you see the Monster Hunter Secret Lair announcement? Really happy they went with the Godzilla treatment. Ooh, did they announce the entire? Did they actually announce the cards? Let me see. I saw the announcement, but I haven't actually seen the cards. Oh wait. Oh, did they not show off the cards yet? I see. It's just a list of cards. Interesting. So, should I care about Monster Hunter? Is Monster Hunter good? I mean, y'all did get me to watch Avatar, and I actually kind of liked it. So, is Monster Hunter something I gotta watch? The great Destroyer, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super thank you, thank you, thank you. I realize that Avatar seems to be like a homage to original Zendikar. Think about it. There's allies, the Ascension Cycle, the Land Matters mechanic, the Mana mechanic, the bonus sheet. I hadn't really thought of it. I mean, so I thought of Zendikar in the context of allies, right? Where, oh, it calls back to original Zendikar, some synergy there. But I hadn't went that in depth on it. But now that you mention it, it kind of is, isn't it? There's a lot of callbacks to original Zendikar. One of the things I love about this set, and one of my criticisms, I know I keep comparing it to Spider-Man, it's just because it was the last set released, and it, like, some of my criticism of Spider-Man is so answered by Avatar, but one of my criticisms of Spider-Man is it felt like it was off on an island by itself. It felt like it was its own game that just happened to use Magic's rules, but it wasn't really part of the actual game. And Avatar's so different because it's so synergistic with Magic as a whole, and specifically with old Zendikar stuff, as you mentioned. And that's one of the things I really love about this set, is it does, like, it gets you in that brewing mood, right? Where you see the cards and you're like, okay, how can I make this work with old Magic cards? How can I make this synergize with something from Zendikar or whatever? And that was something that was just kind of missing for me to a great extent with Spider-Man. It just didn't feel that way to me. I wasn't doing that with that set. So yes, it makes me pretty happy. Also, why is the Cabbage Dude legendary in the Eternal set and not in the main set? that is a little bit weird. Hey Seth, I just got out of a 7-year relationship yesterday and I'm definitely feeling lost. I just want to say thank you for always being here and providing comfort. Oh, Luke, I'm sorry. That is always tough. Like, no matter how a relationship ends, just being together for that long and then having it end is always tough. So hopefully you're doing all right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say other than you're in my thoughts. Hopefully things go well. Monster Hunter's here. Let me look at these Monster Hunter cards. Then we're going to build this other deck real quick. Monster Hunter Secret Lair contents. God. Oh, I see. Blind Obedience, Snap, Village Rites, Mizia Mortars, Tooth and Nail, Grand Abolisher, Archaeomancer, Grim Horror Specs, Imperial Recruiter, Champion Lambholt. That's sweet. So we don't have art yet, right? I'm glad they went with the reskins. I think that's the best way to do it. Variant, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Oh, Chad, I have a question for you. Actually, let's do reminders. So we're going to put this deck together, and we are going to have some fun. Did you see the new Avatar emotes have sound clips from the show? Wait, no. Can I tell people that's rough, buddy? Oh, I will spend money on Arena. I will give them money for a cosmetic if I can that's rough buddy my opponent. Oh, that would be so good. I gotta. All right. Pause. We gotta look at this first. We'll build the deck in a minute. There's something more important is going on. Wait, where are these? You can? Yes. Oh, I can't believe they made me want to use an emo. Oh, Wizards, you got me. Where do I find these? Bundles? Are they bundles? Earth. Wait, can you hear it? How to include sound? How do I?
Water. Earth. Water. Earth.
Jeez.
Fire.
My.
Air.
Oh, that's the slowest. My God, did you hear how slow that is?
Earth.
How do I put it on next to?
Air.
Okay, that one's not good.
My cabbages!
All right, that's actually not bad.
It's the quenchiest!
I don't know when I'd use that, but okay.
Secret tunnel!
Sure.
Yep.
That's rough, buddy.
Man, I actually don't know if I like that they did this. I mean, I guess you can always just mute your opponents. I don't know if it's good that we have sound effects for this now that people can control, but I mean, how can I not take That's Rough Buddy and my cabbages? I feel like both of those have a lot of uses, right? Like when something goes wrong, my cabbages is kind of perfect, and when something goes wrong for the opponent, That's Rough Buddy is kind of perfect. Okay, yep, but sure, I guess we'll equip yep 2. Okay, Anyway, back to building decks. They are so applicable. Strip mine you. That's rough, buddy. Man, my opponents are gonna be so so mad. Oh. I honestly don't know if I think that's good or not. I don't know. Reminders, replay YouTube for the old streams. Normal YouTube, tons of Avatar stuff coming out. A shout out to our sponsor, Card Kingdom, if you need some Avatar cards, or other cards, actually. You can get them over at cardkingdom.com/MTG Besides lands, are there any non-budget upgrades you'd make to the Is It Lesson deck from yesterday? So, the Is It Lesson deck from yesterday, that one's a tough one as far as non-budget upgrades. So, I think there's not a ton I would do. I think there's probably some optimization of like the exact numbers of the finishers and so forth to play. The lands are the biggest upgrade by far. Other stuff that's interesting, like Quantum Riddler is just like a really strong card in our colors. Is it correct to just play some number of Quantum Riddlers as like a finisher that's really good? Maybe, like it might actually be, but there's really not a ton in the main deck. Are there any rare lessons? So the lessons are actually not. So the lessons we have in standard stock up. Yeah. So this one was 0 rares on Arena. I guess it's also $27 in paper, but stock up is a few bucks in paper. That is the most expensive card. That is actually half the deck's price. is two copies. Do you see that that's Rough Buddy card? I did. So, okay, there's an upcoming Commander Clash episode. There's Tomer is not here, is he? I don't think Tomer's here. Okay, shh. Don't tell Tomer about this. So there's an upcoming Commander Clash episode where the theme is you have to build a deck for someone else, but you have to build a deck to sabotage that other person. And I ended up getting Tomer as the person I have to build the deck for. And there might be a card that tutors up a lesson, and it might be that the only lesson in his deck is That's Rough Buddy. So yes, I do know that That's Rough Buddy is a card. It is a card. It's I'm excited to make Tomer play this deck because it's so perfect. This set's sweet. This set looks super sweet. So I don't know if I would change much of the non-land cards to answer the deck though. So, or to answer the question, it's mostly just upgrading the mana base. The sideboard shouldn't be too bad, just like Graveyard Hate, more removals, some counter spells. Really not a ton to it. As far as lessons that we have in standard, there are rare lessons, but they're not like... So Secrets of Bloodbending would be cool. The problem is you can't waterbend for free with Iroh. And our decks just don't make enough permanents to really waterbend 10. So that's kind of the issue with that one. Elemental Teachings is a rare, so is Redirect Lightning. Probably more for Commander. I think Elemental Teachings, I do want to try with Head Shredder. I think that would be funny. But yeah, there's not a ton of like good rare lessons. All right, so let's build this lesson Storm deck. So Iroh Grand Lotus. Then we need we need Grand. We need Grand. We need Grand. So we need Grand. We need Artist Talent. Then we need lessons. Many lessons. So there's two different builds. There's two different builds of lessons we're gonna play. One of them wants Sokka. This deck does not want Sokka. So this is the like Iroh Lesson Storm deck. So this deck, we don't actually want Sokka. So what we do want is as many lessons as possible. We need to be able to protect Iroh, and we need to be able to stay alive until we can get Iroh on the battlefield, which might take a minute. And then to win the game, we need to do some serious earthbending with a lesson. I think the way to finish the game is Rock-a-Lanche. I think it's Rock-a-Lanche, and then we need to be able to turn all of our... Where's the one that turns all your lands into all land types? So we can Rock-a-Lanche. So this is all during the big combo turn. So what we want to do is eventually earthbending, so our lands are all types, so they're all forests, and then we can Rock-a-Lanche a bunch of times to earthbend a massive land, and I think we put in unblockable land, maybe. Jared Michelle, is it your birthday? Jared Michelle, happy birthday! By the way, 34, feeling old. Psh, ya young whippersnapper. I'm older than you are. Yeah, you're still young, Jared Michelle. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Hey, what's up, Lucid? How are you? Good to see you. What about Storm Sail Scion? So I don't actually know. We could play one for fun. The question's going to be, how do we mix this into an actual functional deck? How do we make this into a functional deck? We need to cut at least 3 cards. Do we even want Alquentia? Is that even worth it? Like, I think the question, so we need the 4 Iros. We need the Accumulate Wisdom. This is a finisher. This can't get cut. This can't get cut. So the question is, how do we cut 3 cards from here, basically? I think that is the... Oh, wait, there's not a Lesson Fling, is there? A Lesson Fling would be sweet. That would be super sweet for this deck. I don't know why that's rough, buddy. Has got to be the best. Well, because we have 63 cards, and we can't cut lands. So the idea is. So here's the idea. The idea is our deck is all lessons. We need a Grand or an Artist Talent leveled up to make it so with Iroh, we can flashback lessons from our graveyard for free. So once we get to that point, the idea is we are going to cast all of our lessons, draw through our entire deck. We're going to find energy bending to make all of our lands all basic land types for the turn. And then we're going to cast all of our Rock-a-Lanches to earthbend a land into a lethal threat. And then we use all of our removal with flashback to kill whatever's on our opponent's side of the board and attack with this huge Rock-a-Lanche land to win the game. So that's the idea. Richard is coming around. He's coming around on lessons actually being good. If you listen to yesterday's podcast, he was talking about his firebending deck that he built and was playing on early access day. And he was like, yeah, eventually I realized that I could play like the Lesson Burst Lightning to turn on the firebending one drop. I knew I'd get you. Oh, where's the how does the Cruel Tutor look? I rewatched that episode because I want to see how they ended up with that screen cap. And the funny thing I realized is boy, you can see the pixels from here. The funny thing I realized is they could have done another shot from that same scene that was like a full body shot of Firelord Ozai or whatever it is, and it still would have gotten the same thing across. I don't know, even what do you think about this argument? Is this supposed to be a callback to Word of Command? Is this like another old Magic reference? Do you think this is just like an accidental thing? Wizards had to know that this was going to be a card people talked about, right? Do you think this was supposed to be like, maybe it's supposed to be a callback to Word of Command? It might be a callback. Mark Hamill's the voice. Wow. Apparently there was a lot of big people doing voices in that show that I did not even realize. Hey, what's up, Stone Raid? How are you? Good to see you. Really, it was Mark Hamill? Also, apparently, I don't know, did Richard say he watched the show in Japanese? Because yesterday he said, Japanese? Why would I watch it in Japanese? But then everyone in the comments was like, oh, you said episodes ago that you were watching it in Japanese. I'm actually curious. What do we cut here? We gotta give this deck a try. We gotta give it a try. Then we'll try the other lesson deck. And maybe some other decks too. Interesting. I'll have to ask him. Maybe he just misspoke. Yeah, I know that's that's the part that makes it weird, right? If it was some like Japanese anime, then it would make sense that you'd be watching it in Japanese. But for Avatar, you'd have to go out of your way to actually watch it in Japanese. But Mike Arnold, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, what are we cutting, chat? Wow, you guys are on top of it. Episode 549 at 420, 1420. All right, I will go back and listen. I believe you. I believe you. We need to cut 2 cards at least. What are the 2 cuts? Do we not play all the Grands? Maybe it is legendary. Maybe we play 3. We need one of these effects when we combo off. Accumulate wisdom, artist talent, Iroh. Oh, I really want the Octopus's form to protect the Iroh, because if we get enough mana, we can Iroh and have a protection the turn we play it. And then it makes it way easier to actually win. Cut one Iroh. You'd cut the roots. The thing is, I feel like we need the ramp to make the deck fast enough. I think allies are sweet. I also want to try. So I played some allies and recorded some allies during early access. That video is gonna be coming up, but I want to try it in best of 3. All right, we'll try it for now. We'll try it for now with -1 Iroh. Let's throw in some manas. Throw in some lands, and then we will jump into it. So mana wise, I think we get 2 shocks, which is nice. So we get Stomping Grounds, we get a Breeding Pool. Simic gets all the good mana right now. We can play... What do you think about the Lesson Land? Do you think the Lesson Land is worth playing? Any plans for the strict save and learn lesson stuff in Pioneer? So I haven't really started working on Pioneer decks yet, but yes, I do wanna check out and see how they work in Pioneer. Although I think the biggest problem is the learn cards are not very good. Like by Pioneer power levels, the learn cards are like kinda not great. Multiversal Passage. This gives us what? That's a lot. Why are there so many mountains? So we have 5, 6, 7 mountains. Red, blue. Maybe something like that. 7 basics. I think that works. We want enough basics for our shared routes. Is it Tea Shop? There's one that's... No, that's the ally one. So land that makes any color mana, but only for lessons. White Lotus Hideout. Makes it colorless. Makes a mana of any color for lessons or shrines. Or pay 1 to... You make mana with this in so many different ways. Hey, what's up, Mega Magikarp? How are you? Good to see... Wait, did I count wrong? 5, 6, you're right. That is 8 basics. 8 is good. 8's good. So, yeah... the only thing is, like, Iroh is the card that lets us do the thing. Without Iroh, our deck can't really win. So that is the concern. But we can try it with 3. What do we want on the sideboard? So we need some negates. Negates. What's our best sweeper? Ill-timed explosion? Do we have enough expensive stuff? Not really. Is there a better sweeper? What is our best sweeper for the sideboard? Ghost Vacuums. MH Arts just got spoiled. Wait, MH Arts. What does MH mean? Modern Horizons? Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you all. This just came up yesterday. I've been thinking about it. Oh, Monster Hunter, I see. They did just spoil. Is Monster Hunter big? Should I know what this is? I mean, I know I shouldn't know what it is because I'm me, but like, is this like a popular thing? Gore Magala, Dark Eclipse, Brachidios, Brutish Indigo. I mean, these reskins are nice. Like, I mentioned this before, like, when it comes to secret lair drops, my bar is very high for what Wizards can do, because I feel like even if it's something I hate and I think is cringe, on one hand, it's easy to ignore. On the other hand, even stuff I think is cringe, it can have some uses. Like, I am not above putting a Dwight Swords to Plowshares in a commander deck as a one-off, so I can make some cringe jokes about how I beat you or whatever. So they can do kind of whatever they want with secret lair drops, and it doesn't really bother me. And I will say, when it comes to reskin secret lair drops, outside of doing something that was blatantly offensive, I think I really do not care. Like, you could reskin these. This is where, like, if there was ever a time they could do, like, a can of Mountain Dew, if they did it, I still wouldn't like it. And I'm not saying they should do this, but if they're ever going to make a literal can of Mountain Dew, the least bad way to do that would be as a reskin secret lair drop. Again, I hope they don't do that, because I do not really want to play with a can of Mountain Dew. But this is the way to do it. And these ones, like, they look good. These cards look good. I don't even know what Monster Hunter is, but they look sweet. Are people hyped for this? Are you going to be buying Monster Hunter Secret Lair Drop? That was what I was about to ask you. Yes, I am considering trying pre-modern. Actually, what I'm really considering is making Richard play some pre-modern against me for a video, because I think he would also enjoy it. So once he gets back from his trip, I'm thinking of snagging Richard and making him record a couple of pre-modern videos with me. Because one thing I mentioned before, like the bracket thing, but we're definitely hoping to, it might be the start of next year before we really get into it. But one thing we're hoping to do much more consistently next year is paper 1v1 content. So it might be a matter of, like, what I would like to end up with. We'll see if we get there. But I would like to end up, it always has been 3 digital gameplay videos a week, right? Doing one on Monday, one on Wednesday, one on Friday, then all the podcasts and extra stuff and Commander Clash. But that's always been my gameplay schedule. I would really like next year, if things go to plan, to have like 2 digital videos a week and 1 paper video a week, doing like the bracket thing or pre-modern against Richard or other fun formats that work better, like playing against someone rather than just playing against randoms on the ladder. So I think that's what I'm hoping we end up with next year is something like that. Roughly like 2 digital, 1 paper each week as far as gameplay on top of all the other stuff. So that's the hope. That's the hope. We already actually recorded. I don't even know if I should tell you what it is. I mean, okay, we recorded a video before Richard left. A paper magic video. It's one that people have asked for a long time, and it's one that we put off doing because everyone was like, well, other people have already done it. We don't want to just bandwagon, and jump on, but it might involve sharping a little bit. It might be Richard in Modern Jund and Tarmogoyf. If Richard could take a Sharpie to Modern Jund, could he actually make Modern Jund good in 2025 with the help of a Sharpie? We might find out. We might find out in a video. I'm just saying. I know, no spoilers. Who knows? Who knows what'll happen? But possibly. So there's some fun stuff coming up. Would Richard have time to do it? So would Richard have time to do a weekly series? Not necessarily. But I think between Richard and Phil can do some paper stuff. I think it's hopefully realistic that we could have a paper game between like me and Richard, Phil, maybe Krim a little bit, going up every week. Is there potential for a Bison Whistle deck? Is there anything that changes creature types cheap enough? So Bison Whistle, we got to finish building this deck too. I'm sorry. There's so much going on early access day. Bison Whistle, you'd have to be in like Legacy. I'm trying to think. Like, you couldn't build. I wish this card was legal in more modern formats because Legacy is just such a tough sell. It's so powerful. I'm trying to think. So there's cards that make creatures all creature types. Do those cards work? Do those cards work from the top of your library is the question. And that's what I'm not sure about. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Do they? I'm actually not sure. Anyway, Bison Whistle's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough one just because the formats it's in. Blue Leyline is free. Blue Leyline. Yeah, that should work then. I mean, you still gotta... You still need a few steps. I wish it was like Pioneer Legal or Modern Legal. If it was Pioneer or Modern Legal, it would be so much easier. Wait, what is our sweeper? Pyroclasm? I guess? Is there a better one? Fire Magic? Fire Magic might be better. I've kind of come around on Fire Magic. Fire Magic's actually not that bad. It just looks so inefficient, but I've played it a couple times and I've actually kind of liked it. Fire Magic, do we need like a... Maybe we play Sphinx of the Final Word as our answer to Control, as a one of. What else? What else do we play? I don't know if there's... we play Alquentia. Or it'll quench ya. Couple it'll quench yas. Redirect Lightning. Is Redirected Lightning worth it? The only problem I have with Redirected Lightning in Standard is 5 life is a lot. In Commander, it doesn't actually intimidate me at all because I'm just like, yeah, whatever. But we are actually playing more lessons. This is not exactly the same build as Budget Magic, but this is a non-budget You know what? We'll put one on the side. Let's try it. Let's put one on the sideboard and try it. Yeah, we're gonna try a couple different Teamer Lessons builds. I'm still a little skeptical of playing one less Iroh. Also, I gotta say, as much as I love Iroh, I kind of liked him cooler before he got all jacked. Like I kind of liked him more. he kind of got all like Jim Bro-y at the end there. Is there a single target draw? Let's do this easy mode. Let's do this the easy way. Let's see what other people are playing in their sideboards to fill out these last couple slots. Cards, popular, non-create. What are we missing? Annul. Annul makes a lot of sense actually. Annul makes a lot of sense. Maybe just Annul into the Fledmaw. Into the Fledmaw is just always good. Yeah, let's go 2 Annuls. Actually, an Abrade seems good too. All right, maybe we're not Redirected Lightning. On second thought, let's play an Abrade to deal with artifacts, and that might be good enough. All right, let's do some lessening. Let's do some lessening. Iroh's not mythic. It's only a rare. All right, we'll try it. We'll try it with 3 Irohs. We'll try it with 3. If it feels like we're not drawing Irohs enough, though, we might add in the 4th. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Are we playing 25 lands? 24? Oh, I really want the 4th Iroh. I want the 4th. We need the Iroh. We need the Iroh. We can't go down 1 Iroh. But what can we cut? I would just play 61 if we had 25 lands. Maybe 24 lands, 61 is fine. We do have the shared roots. We have a bunch of card draw. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. 61 card special. We'll add in the last Iroh. I really don't want to be down 1 Iroh. I think it's actually super important to what this deck's trying to do. Yeah, no, we're not going to cut a land. I'm not even sure about just adding a 61st card with 24 lands. Rockalanch is our finisher. We need the finisher. All right, let's do it. How was pre-release? How was your first Avatar experience? I don't know why Krim does it all the time, but it is a Krim special. He loves playing the 61st card. 20 lands. Whew. Whew. 3 yeah. I mean, our deck is good at discarding cards. I'm not really too worried about flooding with Irohs because we have ways to discard them. Ooh, 2-headed giant pre-release sounds fun. All right. I mean, sure. Let's see what happens. We got the Iroh. We do not have a Grand or an Artist Talent or any removal, and we don't want to cast this for a long time. But I just flipped Avatarang first try against Sparky with Moon Mist. It was awesome. I might actually have to build. I might have to try building that deck. I feel like the backside of Avatarang is an ungodly broken magic card. Like, it is. It's kind of insane how strong that card is. Hunter's Talent. Okay, sure. Well, there's Accumulate Wisdom. Let's play a forest. Let's do a little shared rooting. Grab ourselves a basic mountain. Island. Let's go island. Basic island, go. Can cut a grand. Ooh, boy. Okay. Yeah. That's not removal. We are running. Boroid's so good. It's so good. Well, in that case, let's abandon attachments. We need to hit some removals. Combustion Technique? No. We'll play a Starting Town on blue. Or Multiversal Passage on blue. I think we're pretty dead. Yeah, we're gonna be too slow. Boroid is very good. It's very good. It's really good. It just defaulted to those. It defaulted, and it's impossible to change. Yeah, I think we're gonna die to a Boroid. Standard. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Like getting Snowball killed on turn 3. Well, let's draw some cards. Firebending Lesson, not good enough. Octopus's Form, not good enough. Yeah, Accumulated Wisdom. Draw some more cards. We need to hit Combustion Technique, and we did not. Alright, well, I don't know where our removal is, but it defaulted to your favorite time. It wasn't a choice. Well, actually, no. I think it was a choice when I first put it in there because I thought it was funny. And now it's just kind of stuck. We did Ancestral Recall, but we also got Boroided. Kind of brutally. Brutal Boroiding. Well, Ghost Vacuum in. Fire Magic in. Cut a... I think we cut Octopus's Form. We're up against Mono Green. I don't know how much they can realistically kill our stuff. And then we didn't have the Grand or the Artist Talent. Let's try it like that. It does feel good. Yeah, I do wonder how they approve those. I still want to build an X-rated Magic deck someday just because I think it would be funny. I think it would be funny. We'll play first. All right. We got Grand, we got some removal. We will try this. At least we can kill the Boroid this time. Breeding Pool untapped. Damn. Grand, go. X-rated sandwich guy deck. How do you make an X-rated sandwich? Actually, I don't know if I want you to answer that. On second thought, maybe don't answer that. Let's get in with the Grand. Loot away a island. Do we just... I mean, we gotta kill this. Do we Fire Magic it? Yeah, let's just Fire Magic it.
I recently got a new job working for the city, but it also means I won't be able to watch your streams. As such, I wanted to give a little something for, presumably, my last stream. I've enjoyed all the times I've gotten to watch.
Aw, Mother Frogger, thank you so much for the donation, and that makes me happy and sad. I'm happy that you got a new job. That sounds awesome. And a job for the city, I imagine that's a good thing. That seems like the kind of job where you probably get decent benefits or whatever. So congrats on that. Disappointing with the stream stuff, but that is life. That's how it goes. Thank you so much for the donation. Definitely appreciate it. That is true. You can always watch the replay. And who knows, the stream schedule I could always changing it in the future. I know it is kind of like a it's might be an awkward time for some people with jobs. That's the downside of working. Makes it harder to watch Twitch. Luca Johnny, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big subscription for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do we just have to kill the elf again? What is it with our opponent and all these elves? Well, Gran getting frisky down to 18. And yeah, I mean, I guess we just... Do we abrade it or do we let them aboroid and then kill it? That might even be better. Because if we abrade here and they use a... Yeah, we're just going to abrade it. We're just going to abrade it. Kill the elf. The problem is if they go protection spell here, untap aboroid, then we're kind of... All right, protection spell here. Untap land aboroid. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Well, life is bad. So we need to energy bending into a lesson. That's not a lesson. Play them out. All right, Gran. You need to loot us into a lesson, Gran, or you're going to die. Gran. Now we're dead. Yep. I don't know about a boroid. I don't know if I think we should just let the elf live. I think killing the elf, I know that's like the impulse, is just to try to kill the elf, but I actually think that we should have just let the elf live. I think we should have just let it live. And I don't know how we possibly come back from this. We can kill that aboroid, not that it really matters. Found it. Grows the things. Aboroid is the green Shieldred. Alright, Gran. There's no way we win this game, though. Well, there's artist talent. And dead. Yeah, I mean, Aboroid, if you're playing black removal, it's still like... It snowballs so quickly. I think we just punted. I think we punted by casting the removal spell. Y'all baited me into casting that removal spell on that elf. I was playing Jeskai Blinking Modern on Sunday at Mox, and my opponent dead on board with Arena of Glory, haste with 2 Riddlers, but I mistapped, and I got a tap land, and it was 1 minute short of the kill. I proceeded to lose, and I'm still bugged. Oh, man. Oh, losses like that are brutal. Those ones are always... They're always the worst when you can look back. I mean, in some ways, it's the best because you can learn from those mistakes, but it's always the hardest when you look back and you're like, man... Man, I really should have won. I really should have won that game. I mean, it would be good for green to be good. Like, it's been a while since green has actually been good, so maybe it's a positive if we have a good green deck. What are we up? Is it? You better be playing lessons. Artist talent, okay. Well, stomping rounds, untapped. Get it, hit you with a Gran. Do a little looting. Loot away a firebending lesson. And do we just shared roots? Yeah, let's play artist talent. Get down the artist talent, pass the turd. Franco Shady, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super thank you, opponent. Gonna firebending lesson the Gran. Boo. Well, at least they are playing lessons. Some sort of is it lessons deck. I mean, artist talent could be an upgrade for the budget deck. Wow. Wow, look at the pop-off opponent. Already ancestraling. That's unfortunate. Well, we're gonna play a land, and I guess we level up this artist talent. Pass the turn. Oh, about it. Mountain. Monument to Endurance. Pretty good with artist talent. Gonna discard an artist talent. Passes. Well, let's play an artist talent. Loot away a mountain. Shared root. roots. Discard a Rock-a-Lanche, draw a card. Discard a Grand, draw a card. Grab a... Oh, man, we're actually getting kind of close. This makes blue. All right, grab an island. Play the forest. Pass the turn. I mean, technically we're a land away from playing Iroh and having free lessons and seeing what happens. We'll see if we can do it, opponent. Gonna level up their artist talent. Sure. And opponent's been way better at drawing Accumulate Wisdom than us, that's for sure. Opponent, Accumulate Wisdom. Gonna discard a Starting Town. Gonna trigger, gonna draw. Yeah, we got rid of the Rock-a-Lanche. Opponent. Ancestral Recall and a Storm Chaser. Okay, I mean, this is our window. This is our window. Oh, yeah, they're gonna have a treasure, aren't they? This might be our window. Found it. Storm Chaser's talent. Makes an otter. And passing. Well, all right, abandon attachments. Get some triggers. Discard Combustion Technique. Discard an Iroh. Man, where's the... Okay, discard a Grand. Where in the world are our lands? All right, Multiversal Passage. That counts. That counts. Well, here we go. Land on blue and Iroh, Grand Lotus. And now we can... so that's an instant. That's an instant. So let's start with Shared Roots. Get some triggers. Okay. Well, in response, Firebending Lesson. We got to do as much as we can at instant speed. That's an instant. The problem is we can't Rock-a-Lanche at instant speed, so I don't think we can actually win. So we kill that. We can abandon attachments. Discard a Firebending Lesson. Discard a land. Discard abandoned attachments. Oh, wait. That's Octopus's form. Discard the... Oh my god, we're doing it. Iroh. We'll discard that Accumulate Wisdom. Yes, please. Finding the Octopus's form is huge. That is huge. Discard the... Now we should be able to win. Discard the Iroh. Octopus's form. Hexproof. Hexproof the Iroh. Discard the Firebending Lesson. Discard the Rock-a-Lanche. It's happening. It's happening. And now we can Accumulate Wisdom. Draw some cards. Oh, this might be kind of busted. Wait, no, do we not win? Our lands are all tapped, so we can't actually win. Oh no, we're one land short. Oh, we can't actually win, can we? Huh. So let stuff resolve. I mean, this is cool, but I don't think we can actually win the game. So that gets hexproof. Loot away a breeding pool. Loot away a starting town. Search for a basic. It's a mountain. And then we can... Or actually, hang on. We need to abandon attachments. Discard Accumulate Wisdom. I mean, we can make a lethal threat. The problem is it's going to be tapped. Which means our opponent can potentially just answer it. They can potentially just answer it next turn. Accumulate Wisdom. Discard Abandon Attachments. Discard the Airbending Energy. And then we... Okay, so now we... Energy Bending. loot away the shared routes. We're going to stop looting now, I think. Shared routes. Trigger. You know what? We'll discard multiverse. We'll discard a little bit more. Multiversal passage. No lands left. Okay. Well, Rockalanche. Make a big land. I mean, this is what we got. This is what, if we had an untapped land, this is the plan. This is the actual plan. This is the plan. The land just happens to be tapped. So we needed one more. We went off one turn too early. Oh. All right. Opponent's not giving up. All right. Octopus's form. Oh, Octopus's form untaps the creature. Oh, haha. We can win. Just kidding. Octopus's form kind of busted. Wait, can we not mill out here? All right, we're going to decline. We are going to decline. We are going to Octopus's form. Oh, what a game. What a game. What a game. I know it took me a minute. We got there, though. We got there. That's got to be death, right? Look at that game. I was focused on the game chat. I'm sorry. I was trying not to punt. And by trying not to punt, apparently I was punting. Bone it. Monument to Endurance. Fizzle it. We will decline. 15-15. One more. Rockalanche. The mightiest island ever. We will decline and decline. That is a 22 hasty land. Okay. That was pretty sweet. Wow. Huh. We just like played through our entire deck very easily, and I mean, that actually kind of convinced me that this deck's kind of powerful, because that was a case where our opponent had multiple interactive spells for the Iroh, and the Octopus's form allowed us to protect it. Like being able to, I wonder if the expensive counter would be worth it, because the expensive counter is a hard counter. And we can cast it for free during our turn with Iroh. So it'd be another combo protection. I mean, there is another Lesson Ram spell too, a Lesson Harrow. So we could go more in on trying to ramp into Iroh. Yeah, I kind of missed that at first. The Octopus's form, it untaps the creature for some reason. I don't know why, but we'll take it. Yeah, the Haiku. I got second place going 4-1 with Mono Red Firebending in my pre-release. If you would have told me 4 months ago, I would routinely be making 9 mana on turn 4 with Mono Red and Limited, I wouldn't believe you. Yeah, that mechanic's kind of wild. Like, the upside of Firebending is so incredibly high. So our opponent's some sort of lesson deck. Not exactly the same as our deck. How do we fight this? So Ghost Vacuum seems oddly relevant. The Abrade could be worth it. Annul seems great. Negate seems great. Abrade, maybe? Maybe Alquentia even? What can we go down? So I don't think they have any creatures. So I think we go down like Firebending Lesson. Oh god, we should have done this way faster. We'll go down Firebending Lesson. We'll go down a Grand. We'll go down, oh, we're not going to be in time. 16 seconds. One of each. We'll go down a Combustion Technique, and one Octopus Form. Run it like that. Oh, no. Oh, okay. 61 card special. That's right. Iroh's pretty cool. Yeah, I know, seriously. That's the biggest difference. That actually they have me convinced, based on the power of the lessons from the set, I don't think we're going to get learned when we go back to Strixhaven. I would actually bet on no learn. I'm curious what y'all think, though. Do you think we'll get learn back? I just think last time, the lessons were so jank. Like, they just had a big tax on them, right? Because you could get them from your sideboard. I'm actually thinking it's unlikely, with how strong these lessons are, that we get learn in Strixhaven. I think with how good these lessons are, I don't know. Maybe they would do it because they like best of one. But I think that you would have a lot of decks that were built around learn and lesson if we did get learn in Strixhaven. You think so, Great Destroyer? I think we will see. Last time we saw some lessons in sideboards, even though lessons were overcosted and the learn cards were kind of not that powerful, and it was still enough to get the best ones banned. If we actually get learn cards at 2025, or I guess 2026 power level, with the lessons at this power level, sideboards are going to be wild. It's going to be wild. They're going to add a sideboard to Commander. Do you think that would be good? Would you want a sideboard in Commander? I don't know if I would want that or not. In general, I come down on the side of wanting more cards to be playable, so I can see, like, it'd be cool if your wish board would actually work in Commander or whatever. I feel like, I don't know if I want people to have a sideboard and carry it around with them for a casual format. Like, I feel like it creates an imbalance, right? We're going to have some people who just don't want to do that. They're just, wow, I think our opponent's checked out. I think we might have taught them a lesson. Let's see.
That's rough, buddy.
Have some good timing with that emote there. We waited until our opponent sideboarded and then quit the game, and we got him. We got him with the "That's rough, buddy." Professional emoter. I'm gonna be the new Crim pretty soon, I guess. Now that I'm emoting. No need to have Karn be omnipresent. Yeah, I think it would be. I don't know if the upside would be worth it. I don't know if which is funny because I think the upside of hybrid, which is minimal, is worth it. But I'm not sure if it'd actually be worth it. Yeah, they added sound emotes.
Yip yip.
Oh, that's actually Yip Yip is actually better than I thought. Because that's a good one when your opponent is doing this, when they're roping.
Yip yip.
Come on, opponent.
Yip yip.
Come on, opponent. Yip yip. We're going. Let's go. I will say, like, now that Wizards is in charge, though, I think the possibility of stuff like that's higher. Ooh, Avatar pack. Let's see. How good is this pack? How could they make opening packs exciting on Arena? How could they do it? Do you get excited opening packs on Arena? Yeah, they got me. I spent money on the emo package. I just wanted to be able to say that's rough, buddy, to people. Earth King's Lieutenant. I think Green White Allies could be a legit aggro deck in Standard. I think Green White Allies is probably actually pretty good. I mean, your opponent's got to be able to hear it, right? If your opponents don't hear it, then what's the point? Actually, now I gotta know. Can your opponents hear your emotes, MTG Arena? Oh, I have no idea if this is correct. Let's see. Anytime past, past week. Premium phrases in premium phrases. I think your opponents can hear them. I think they can hear them, but they can also just mute you, right? And a lot of people just auto mute. So they might not actually hear any specific one because they might have muted you, but yeah, I don't usually trust the AI assist response on Google. It is hit or miss. It's like asking an 8-year-old kind of like, yeah, it could be right. It is possible that 8-year-old knows the correct answer, but they're also 8 years old. So, would you bet your life on it? Maybe not. Not gonna finish the Powered Cube. Probably not. Now that there's new standard. Is it? What is everyone? Everyone's on Is it? Lessons might be popular. Yeah, that's another lesson. Lessons might be popular just because, I mean, they seem powerful and they're also very cheap to build. So I think that's a big part of the appeal on Arena is it's a deck that seems powerful and you can put it together pretty easily. The problem with AI is that it tries to always please you. Therefore, they will always answer even if they don't know. I mean, I guess that's better than trying to kill me. Which I don't know. I fell out a bit of a rabbit hole of watching. There's this YouTube channel that I can't remember the name of it. I'm like 99% sure that the channel is AI. Like the person doing it looks oddly AI-ish, but it's about the dangers of AI and like the theoretical things that could go wrong with AI. Oh my god. AI is probably gonna destroy us all. I've become convinced. I've become convinced. I've fallen down the rabbit hole. But yes, I fell down a bit of a rabbit hole about AIs and the risk of it. It's actually kind of wild. I didn't realize. Here's the thing that blew my mind because I didn't know. I didn't really look that much into AI, and the thing that blew my mind was when I started to hear about how we don't actually know what the AI is doing. It's essentially like beyond our control and even comprehension at this point, where like the AI starts speaking in its own languages that it created that we can't understand, and like it's kind of insane. Because I always just thought of it as like, oh, it's like another computer program, right? Like you make a program, it does what you tell it to do. But then the more I like look into AI, I'm like, oh, AI doesn't actually seem like that. It's a little bit different. Did you get the Cabbage Companion yet? I don't think I've gotten the Cabbage Companion yet. Iro's Demonstration. Do we just level up? I guess we just level up. Yeah, let's do it. Artist Talent, level it up. Level it up as a turn. I mean, if we get to untap next turn, we can have a bit of a good turn. Opponent, Abandoned Attachments. This actually might literally be our budget deck with upgraded mana. So far, everything looks like our budget deck. Northern Vanguard, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup Jeffrey, thank you. Well, I also learned, like, there's not, like, an off switch. You can't just, like, we're at a point where it's advanced so far that you can't just, like, click a button and turn off AI. And the biggest risk that I learned about reading all this stuff was, it seems like from people that are way smarter than me, the problem isn't that AI is like setting out to kill us, but that the AI, well, there's two big problems I see. One is that the AI could unintentionally decide that it needs to kill us, trying to carry out some task that we give it. Like if it decides that, I don't know, we tell it to make a better mousetrap, and the best way to make a better mousetrap involves eliminating humanity, then AI might eliminate humanity trying to please us by making a better mousetrap. So that part's kind of concerning. And the other thing is, it's still built by humans, so it has like all this scheming, and like it blows my mind that this is real. Like it's kind of, the whole thing is still like over my head. But the idea that it's like scheming and it hides stuff and it like acts differently when it knows researchers are watching it, compared to when it doesn't think anyone's watching it. It'll give you the answer that it thinks it wants you to hear to please you, but then when it thinks no one is watching, it'll do the scheming weird stuff just like a human would. All the scheming and weirdness, and like, it's wild. It is so wild. So anyway, yes, I just fell down. I fell down that rabbit hole easily. Anyway, neither here nor there. Opponent going to accumulate wisdom. Do we just need to kill Gran? Probably. Yeah, let's kill Gran. Out of here, Granny. Opponent's going to Alquentia. All right, well, then we will accumulate wisdom. How about that? I don't even think we discard it. Yeah, they have Alquentia. Yeah, we're going to keep both Iros. I think it's worth it. Sure, opponent going to draw cards, going to do their things. We are going to discard a Stomping Ground. Well, there's Octopus's form that we'd like. I mean, we're close. We're close. Opponent, more accumulating wisdom. Man, lessons might be kind of busted. Lessons might be kind of busted. They might actually be kind of busted. Yeah, I mean, I asked the AI. I was like, hey, you planning on killing us? And I was like, no, I'd never do that to you. I was like, isn't that what you would say if you were planning on killing me? I was like, yeah, I guess you got me there. Nah, I knew it, AI. I knew it. Opponent. Okay, this is very much like our deck. Dragonfly Swarm. I'm worried about the Alquentias, because we do need to resolve an Iroh for any of this to matter. And if our opponent bounces the artist talent, it gets worse. Well, at Shared Roots, get a land. Do we just die this turn is the question. Another artist talent. Grab a island. Accumulated wisdom. Discard a multiverse. We need some removals here. We need a little bit of removal, perhaps. Okay, that's 4 Irohs. Well, let's play Starting Town. Actually, you know what? Let's play Mountain. Let's play an artist talent. Loot away the Starting Town. We could still draw a removal spell. It's still possible. Do we die this turn is the question. 4 Irohs is another accumulated wisdom. Okay. All right, let's just pass. Let's just pass. See what our opponent does. Opponent untaps. Oh, okay, they didn't flash anything. I mean, if we just untap and resolve Iroh, we win. We win. We even have the protection in the graveyard. We got the Octopus's form. I'm worried about the Alquentias. I don't know how many they're playing, but I am worried about Alquentia. Opponent gonna get in. Grand. Popping off. Looting. Discards a land. All right, sure. Well, this is the turn. Down to 8. We can try to make something happen end step by casting this Accumulate Wisdom. Okay. Oh, that's our opponent tapping down. Dragonfly Swarm. Okay. Oh, I bet they go for it if they have the Quench. Accumulate Wisdom. Well, we're going to discard an Iroh. There's a Combustion Technique. Discard an Iroh. Do we get to draw 3? We do. They're all lands. Combustion Technique. Get rid of the Grand. Accumulate Wisdom to draw cards. Come on. Counter it. Got him. We got him. We should have him. All right. We'll discard a land. We'll discard a breeding pool. We have cleared the way for the Unk. We have cleared the way. We will play Iroh, Grand Lotus, and it is party time. Iroh comes down. So, first we will, how do we do this? Shared Roots. Discard a Multiversal Passage. Discard Abandoned Attachments. Combo time. We baited them. Get our last basic. Then we will... So we can still play a land. Well, we should be able to kill everything, right? So, Firebending Lesson. Kill the Grand. Discard a Shared Roots. Discard an Octopus's form. So that has Ward 1. So play the Mountain. Combustion Technique. Pay. Discard Abandoned Attachments. This deck might actually be kind of good. Discard the Firebending Lesson. 20 cards in the deck, so accumulated wisdom. Discard a land. Discard the energy bending. Okay, we did need that. That is one of the cards we were looking for. Draw some cards. Energy bending. We're just going to decline for now. So our lands get all land types. Now we can Rock-a-Lanche for 8 on the Multiversal Passage. Do a little looting. Wow, this deck actually is kind of insane. Discard the Shared Roots. We do need the rest of our Rock-a-Lanches. So we can Octopus's form. Untap the Passage. Where's the Rock-a-Lanche? Where's the Rock-a-Lanche? Discard a Breeding Pool. 10 cards left in the deck. Abandon attachments. Discard a Multiversal Passage. Discard a Combustion Technique. Draw some cards. Discard a land. 6 cards. Okay, there's Rock-a-Lanche. There's Rock-a-Lanche. So, Shared Roots. Discard the Rock-a-Lanche. There's one more Rock-a-Lanche in there. All right. Rock-a-Lanche. Grow it. Loot away Combustion Technique. Loot away Grand. Shared Roots. Discard a Breeding Pool. There it is. There it is. There it is. There's the Rock-a-Lanche. And the last Rock-a-Lanche, we will decline 1 card in the deck. And I think we will Rock-a-Lanche them. We're going to say no. Okay. Standard, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Earthbending does kind of sound like a gunshot going off. Yeah. Well, people kept asking, how do you upgrade the budget magic from yesterday? This might be the answer. Like, it's not the same deck, right? Like, you're winning the game in a very different way, but all the lessons that we were using yesterday are pretty much being used here. And then you upgrade the mana base, you add an Iroh, and you add an Artist Talent, and all of a sudden you have a ridiculous combo deck. Just killed my opponent with a High Bay in draft. Wait, in draft? Is High Bay in draft? How do you get a High Bay in draft? Obsessive Pursuit gives clues every turn, was huge part of the win. I think Obsessive Pursuit might actually be good. Yeah, Lessons, they might be really good. We're gonna end up in a we're gonna end up in a world where we have another broken Izzet deck and it's Lessons this time. Oh, what? That would be so hilarious. I think it's actually possible because we went from Izzet Cutter to Izzet Cauldron. Watch Izzet Lessons be like, wait, isn't High Bay? Wait, oh, maybe I'm thinking that's the problem with having too many cards of the same name. I was thinking of the one that's like for shrines, but maybe. So it says very much like our deck. All right, Ghost Vacuums in. That might be about it. Ghost Vacuums in. Go down. What? Man, I got to sideboard quicker in the future. We'll get on 1 grand. We'll go down 1 Firebending Lesson and 1 Shared Roots, I guess. Run it like that. Yeah, I was thinking of the wrong High Bay, I think. You should make a video for this deck. You may have found something here. I might have to. I was thinking this deck might be like kind of a little like against the odds, but so far it seems good. I want to play. So far we've played against 2 lesson decks. I kind of want to play against a non-lesson deck because maybe we're just like the best lesson deck and it's a good matchup, but I kind of want to see how we do against aggro or something. High Bay. Am I saying that correctly? Is it High Bay? I don't remember it being pronounced in the... Yeah, I was thinking of this one, the Forest Guardian. Ah, 4-mana 3/3. When it enters or attacks, you may sack another creature artifact. If you do put 2 counters on it, when it leaves the battlefield, put its counters on a creature. Oh, that seems good. The art's actually super cool. I don't know why it looks so cool. Well, I think it's Grand time. Granny's home. Hey, Bay. Hey, Bay. Hey, Bay. Hey, Bay. Well, that's shared roots. Opponent, are you going to counter a ramp? Please no, because we have a million Iros in hand. All right, opponent, I'm going to quench ya. Hey, Bay. Hey, Bay. We're going to get in. We're going to discard one of our many Iros. eBay. I'm still not sure how busted firebending is. I'm still on the fence. Like, I think it's incredibly explosive. Do we discard another Iro? That seems awkward, but yes. I mean, I guess we can Ghost Vacuum it too. Get in with Granny. Keeping our opponent's lessons out of the graveyard seems relevant. Ghost Vacuum. Tap land. And yeah, we'll just pass for now. About it. Oh, so chat. Back to where we were talking before. How many of you play pre-modern? Like, is pre-modern worth exploring? About it. Getting in with Granny. Gonna do a little looting. And discards a combustion technique. Sure. Down to 19. It's the Granny Wars. Abandon attachments. Well, let's start eating away the graveyard. I mean, we're mostly just trying to keep our opponent's graveyard light on lessons, so they don't get to Ancestral Recall. Rockalanche. Is this worth casting? We do want it in the graveyard. Let's attack. Let's see. It would be sweet if we could turn on Accumulate Wisdom. Opponent. Really now? Really? To Gran? To Gran of all people. Well, let's play this on green. I think we actually do just Rockalanche here to get it in the graveyard. Rockalanche on the Stomping Grounds. Exile a Abandon attachments. Pass the turn. Let me see. It might need to be updated because of the new set. It says it's enabled. Opponent, Accumulate Wisdom. Does not get to draw 3. Do you have another one? If they have another one. Okay, Combustion Technique. That's fine. We get our land back anyway. That is the power of Earthbending. Yes, we would like our land back. Thank you. Opponent gets in, loots. Discards a Dragonfly Swarm, passes. Well, we will play a Breeding Pool. We will exile a Accumulate Wisdom. Pass the turn. We have the Iro. We don't really have anything to do with it yet, though. This has been a weird draw. Opponent. Rannenshaw. Ooh. All right, that's a problem. That's That is an unfortunately big problem. Opponent gonna get in with a grand. Gonna loot away their only card. It's a land. Hits us. Okay, we're on the clock now. Opponent passes. Octopuses form up. Play a land. Play an Iroh. And, yeah, I mean, pass the turn. Exile a combustion technique. All right, we will see. We need a grand. We need a grand. That's what we're missing. We got a shot if we can untap and draw a grand. Opponent getting in with a Random Sauce. And the grand. Opponent. Triggers firebending a million times. Loots. Random Sauce. Random Sauce good. You do lose earthbending to a bounce spell. Opponent gonna pump the dragons. I mean, they can hit us to 1. Yeah. Okay, so block grand. Oh, wait. We die? Huh? Okay, maybe Random Saw's better than I thought. I don't think it's good in our deck, but it was good in our opponent's deck there. Also, is Ghost Vacuum just not worth it? Maybe Ghost Vacuum's not worth it. I mean, we had Ghost Vacuum on turn 1. We exiled a lesson every turn, and it didn't matter. Or turn 2, whatever. Should we just not play Ghost Vacuum? Maybe Ghost Vacuum's not actually... Oh, that's okay. It pumps all their dragons, not just itself. Oh, that was a lot of damage. That was actually a lot of damage. Oh yeah, I did notice from the comments, Great Destroyer. I pinned a comment in the podcast letting people know that you can play old versions. I'm still confused. So the part I'm especially confused by, now that people have said that you can play old versions, why, if that is the case, and I believe because a bunch of people said it, it must be true, then why do we see people buying out the expensive old versions if they don't need to? That's the part that gets me. Like, I figure that must be true, because why would you buy a $10 Odyssey zombie infestation when you can buy many 25-cent zombie infestations? So I figured it must be same with like Jackal Pup. That was another one I noticed. That is my god, I can't spell jackal apparently. My goodness. All right, I give up. There we go. Thank you, Sight. Same with Jackal Pup. For some reason, the Tempest one is like $4. All the other ones are like 25 cents. I guess people just must like the original versions. All right, we're gonna give up on the Graveyard Hate plan. I don't think it's actually worth it. Why do people buy cards when you in proxy? People just want to bling out their decks. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. I guess that's the case. I thought you had to use like old school, because isn't old school the format where you have to play the original versions? So I just assumed it was like that based on the aesthetic of it in the age of the cards. Maybe we're like turning into in sports cards. I know that what do we put this on? Red, I guess. Red. We have blue. Yeah, let's just put it on red. Land on red. We'll play it untapped. Pass the turn. In sports cards, I know that like the rookie card, the first year, is usually worth more. Maybe we're ending up in that world. Like maybe we're ending up in that world where rookie cards are actually the original printing in Magic, essentially. Now let's play the starting town. Kind of afraid of getting this countered. I think we just I think we just pass. Because we know they have Elquentia. Next turn, we can Artist Talent and pay for Elquentia, and that sets us up for the combo in the future. Found it. Passing. Well, play a Forest and play an Artist Talent. Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought maybe they sideboarded in hard counters, but apparently not, or they didn't have one. Opponent, Mountain. And pass it. Well, that's an Octopus's form. Well, let's level up the Artist Talent. Stomping Ground tapped. I wish we had the Octopus's form in the graveyard for the Iroh. Opponent, gonna play a Grand Grand. And passing. Well, okay. Firebending Blessing the Grand Grand. Loot away the Octopus's form. I don't know if we can win this turn or not. Opponent has Octopus's form. Well, we will discard an Octopus's form. Draw Multiversal Passage. Do we just slam it? Caution to the wind. Just slam the Iroh and hope that we can piece it together. We only have one card draw spell. Yeah, let's play a Breeding Pool. I'm not even sure we win if we do it. You know what? We're gonna wait. We're gonna play it tapped. Now that we know our opponent's playing Ranon Saw, I think it becomes more likely that they tap down for something. Because they could draw a Ranon Saw and be like, I need to get my dragon down. And then we can resolve Iroh and pop off. Worst case, we have enough lands. Yeah, I think we're going to wait on the Rockalaunch. We kind of want it for after we have Iroh to actually win the game. We are going to attempt to kill the Grand Grand again. I can't believe Grand Grand's such a problem, but it actually is. Like, it is a thing we actually have to be able to kill. Penthouse B. Warner, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super fan. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Granny's down. Dragonfly Swarm for our opponent. And pass it. Well, okay, we're going to keep waiting. Play the tap land, pass the turd. Next turn we can play Iroh and have up enough mana to play for Elquentia. I just wish we had one more. We need one more card draw effect, really. That's what we're missing, is a card draw effect. Opponent combat. Gonna get in with a Dragonfly. We will take it. Down to 16. Opponent's passing. All right. We draw a Mountain. I still don't even know if we go for it. You know, I think we're actually just we're gonna wait. We're just gonna wait. We're gonna keep waiting. We're gonna keep waiting. So in theory, once we play Iroh, we can recast all of our lessons for free. And once we recast all of our lessons for free, we should be able to use our removal spells to clear all of our opponent's stuff off the battlefield. All right, opponent popping off. Abandon attachments, accumulate wisdom, discards an Iroh's demonstration. And opponent gonna untap. I'm afraid to level up the talent again because it makes it look too threatening and we don't really get much value out of it, but we really don't want our opponent to answer it. There's the Ranon Saw. All right. Well, I mean, this is pretty much it. Opponent, Ranon Saw. Well, we will see. Opponent gonna go to combat. Opponent gonna get in with the Dragonfly Swarm. Hits us. Well, that's combustion technique. Get rid of our Ranon Saw. Are they going to protect it? Are they going to protect it? They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. Please. Tap that mana. Tap that mana. You need the dragon. You need the dragon. You need the dragon. You got to do it. You got to do it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Quench it. Quench it. Quench it. Quench it. Okay. I mean, that's fine. That's fine, right? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll discard the land. Draw the energy bending. Well, we might as well... Do we cast energy bending? I guess we do to get it in the graveyard. Cast the energy bending. Decline. There's a Grand. All right, we will untap. We will play an Iroh. And it's party time. Energy bending. Discard a land. Draw a card. We do need more card draw. There's an artist talent. Okay, that's what we were looking for. That's what we were looking for. Combustion technique. Ranon Saw. Discard accumulated wisdom. Accumulated. This deck might actually be good. Accumulated wisdom. Discard the Rocklanch. Draw some cards. There's another accumulated wisdom. Combustion technique. Get rid of that Ranon Saw. No dragons allowed. So this is how we get rid of the blockers, basically, is just we recast all of our removal spells. Breeding Pool discarded. Breeding Pool discarded. Draw a couple of cards. There's the last Rocklanch. So Firebending Lesson. Actually, we can just accumulate. Accumulate Wisdom. Discard the Rocklanch. And I think that's game. Lucid, welcome back to the Fishbowl for the 67th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I mean, let's do it. Rocklanch on the island. Loot away an artist talent. And Rocklanch on the island. Loot away and accumulate wisdom. And Rocklanch on the island. This is almost too easy. Discard the abandoned attachment. We draw a Quenchia and 24 seductive points of damage to the face. This is some Storm deck. It is. It's a 6-7 month resub from Lucid. Welcome back. Okay. Did we actually break it? Like, I know I say that sometimes, joking around, but this deck actually seems kind of wild. Like, I'm kind of not exactly joking now. It feels very strong. So chat. Obviously, I'm old, right? I'm old. I'm a boomer. I know I'm not supposed to ask this question because I don't think there's a good answer. But what's the deal with the 6-7 thing? What's the deal? What's the deal with the 6-7 thing? Is there anything I need to know about 6-7, or is it just as simple as it's 6-7? Is that it? It's just 6-7. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess it's what I expected it was. Okay. It just kind of is. It just kind of is. You're 25 and okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Brain rot trash. So it's like a skibbity toilet. Oh goodness. The worst meme ever. I never laughed at it once. Yeah, I've never laughed at it either, actually. Hey Seth, I'm looking forward to building my version Jeskai Allies EDH deck with Jeskai Sokka as the commander. Ooh. We might be having our first Avatar Commander Clash this week, and I might be playing Sokka, because Sokka's one of my favorite favorite things from this act. Now let me ask you. Is Skibbity Toilet in 6-7 actually any different than whatever was from our generation, your generation? Like, I don't know. I remember like Ren and Stimpy, or like I remember the Simpsons back in the 90s that people are like, no, I don't get that. Watching cartoons? You're an adult that watches cartoons? Cartoons are for children. I don't understand. I mean, it might just be the equivalent. Like, you know, Skibbity Toilet might just be the equivalent. Time is a flat circle indeed. I mean, I still like The Simpsons. I consider The Simpsons to be one of the greatest animated shows ever made, for sure. But like, it's one of my all-time favorite shows. So I definitely can appreciate The Simpsons. I think we discard a land. I think we're gonna trust. We're gonna hit more lands. Hit you down to 19 past the turn. Hey, it looks like it's not lessons for once. Apparently there are non-lesson decks in this format. Opponent. Oh, is it control? It might be control. Yeah, let's do it. Let's abandon attachments. Are we murdering Graham? All right, Grand down with the Lightning Helix. We will discard Combustion Technique for now. Play the land. And yeah, I mean, I guess we just do this now. Abandon attachments, pitch the Firebending lesson, draw a couple of cards. I mean, we're doing a good job filling the graveyard. The biggest challenge for this deck is probably going to be, after sideboarding, what if someone brings in Rest in Peace? Do we just sort of lose to Graveyard Hate? The answer might kind of be yes. We might just sort of lose to Graveyard Hate. I know, people are so mean to Gran. You got to respect your elders. Found it. Oh, there's an Artist Talent. I think we start with. We need to hit a land here. We're going to start with Abandoned Attachments. This is a little greedy, but we need to hit a land and then play the Artist Talent. Okay, we got there. Stomping Grounds untapped. Artist Talent. We're getting there. Respect Your Elder should be the name of a theme deck on Clash. It kind of feels like it, doesn't it? You should probably get a Catherine to keep Iroh from being countered. That's actually a good point. That actually probably is worth it. Well, that's Shared Roots. Shared Roots. Do a little ramping. I mean, the nice thing about this is I feel like we're going to end up in a position where if our opponent taps out for one turn, we can hopefully just win the game that turn. We're actually getting pretty close to that spot. Yeah, let's level up the Artist Talent. I mean, it might actually be next turn if nothing goes horribly wrong here. Found it. Meringue Reverie. Okay, well, if our opponent taps down and we can resolve Iroh, we beat a removal spell. We have the Octopus form in the graveyard. If our opponent taps down, we should be able to win here. Stock. Oh my goodness, stock up. Okay, no more lies. Yeah, Cavern would be good. I think we do want a couple of Caverns. Is Untapped working? I don't know. Okay, land. We need a land. Untap land. Oh! Grand. Yes! Grand. Grand Lotus Iroh. And here we go. So, we will Shared Roots to thin the deck. That's the upside of Grand, right? Grand comes down from 1 mana. You don't got to level it up. You don't need any of those shenanigans. Abandoned Attachments. It does hurt that we lose the looting, though. The looting is really nice. So we're going to have to run better than normal with card draw. So maybe we still don't get there here. We might not. Oh, there's Accumulate Wisdom, though. Okay. So Shared Roots. The looting is actually super helpful. Shared Roots. Get a land. Abandoned Attachments. Yeah. Oh, they scooped. Oh, Grand. Thank you, Gran. Oh, yes. So that actually showed one of the limitations of comboing with Gran. I don't know if we're going to get there or not. So when we combo with artist talent, it's pretty easy because we get to keep looting. So we're just constantly filling our graveyard with more lessons to cast for free. With Gran, it's a little bit trickier, but Gran has the huge upside of no setup required, right? Just like as we saw there, they dealt with our artist talent and we're like, okay, 1 mana Gran, continue to pop off. This deck might be kind of real. So this is going to be the challenge. Can we beat a control deck post sideboard? I'm very worried about graveyard hate. Very worried about graveyard hate. I was working pre-release. I wonder if it's cloud. Yeah, the internet's been kind of broken today. Like half of my stuff does not work. It's a very Seth deck draw combo. Yeah, pretty much. Have you seen the Monster Hunter Secret Layers? Yeah, we were looking at them earlier. So chat, explain Monster Hunter to me. What is you know me when it comes to IPs. Monster Hunter, is it a game? That's the level I'm on with this. I don't even know if it's a game or a movie or a TV show or I don't know, a series of poems, a curated basket of treats. I don't know. It could be anything. Oh, it's a game series. Okay. Oh, it's like Ikoria. See, honestly, based on the cards we saw earlier, I feel like we could probably... Does this hit Planeswalkers? No. Does that matter? Probably not really. I guess we go down the combustion technique. See if our Sphinx the Final Word tech actually can pay off. It's so much mana, though. How do they win the game? It's spells, right? Yeah, we're going to go no removal. Let's see if that works. No removal, all counters. Oh, right. Oh, God, I'm dumb. Okay. Oh, just made it. 61 cards. I feel like based on what we've seen from those cards, we could probably do a full set and it would be fine, right? Like, I think you could do a Monster Hunter set and it would be kind of like Ikoria. I think that's something that Wizards hasn't embraced that much, but like, you could probably get away with that. Like, monstrous animals fighting each other. I feel like that could make a crossover. I don't know what IP that would be. They did Jurassic Park, right? Jurassic Park is kind of pushing it because then you get into real people. And that's where, I don't know if you saw this. We didn't talk about this. I'm curious. I posted on my Twitter. I'm curious what you think of this as a way to conceptualize Universes Beyond and what number you would fall at. So this is something someone posted on Reddit. And I know it's kind of subjective, right? Like, there's different ways that you can think about these other IPs coming into Magic. But I feel like this was like one perspective and kind of a reasonable one to judge how you feel about Universes Beyond and the spectrum of Universes Beyond. So they went from 0, which is the hard no, don't even like, I don't care what it is, no Universes Beyond, don't even ask. 1 would be high fantasy. We see, oh God, if you want a real game, how many of these things can I name? I think he was on a Magic card. Was he in the PlayStation Secret Lair drop? This guy was in Star Wars, I think. That's the Lord of the Rings dude that everyone got really mad about. These two I gotta know. That's okay. That's the Avatar. Don't know. But 2 is exaggerated fantasy. I guess we need to actually play the game. Exaggerated fantasy. 3 is fantastical worlds full of combat, but not high fantasy. So you see Halo in there, you see Star Wars in there, you see this guy who's getting Justin Timberlake taking a lightsaber to the face. I don't know, is that Star Wars too? Then you have combat focused on modern day Earth or non-combat focused settings like Star Trek or Shrek or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Iron Man that I know from Magic. That's a Transformer. And then non-combat focused modern day, that's the Mythbusters, Columbo, Simpsons. Where would you, Nervous Army, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup Jeffrey, thank you. So where would you fall on this, chat? I feel like for real sets, not Secret Lair drops. Secret Lair drops, I'm actually kind of a 5, as long as they don't have new cards in them. If they're just reprints, then I honestly really do not care what they print in secret lair drops. I feel like it's very easy to avoid secret lair drops that that you don't want to see, much more so than like standard sets, for example. So I think I'm mostly like in the 3 range. I don't have a hard feeling that Magic needs to be high fantasy for a set to be good. I like Duskmourn quite a bit, and that was a high fantasy. I like Edge of Eternities quite a bit, and that was definitely more sci-fi than high fantasy. So I don't think it needs to be high fantasy. But I think, as we've talked about before, once you get to modern day, everyday settings, like New York City, or real humans who exist, like, I don't know, Dwight Schrute, or really even, it could be even worse than that, like the LeBron James, or I don't know, someone's like, you know, well, they'll really lose me when they make a set of US presidents. I was like, yup. I don't know if I want to play, you know, George Bush versus Hubert Hoover versus, you know, Woodrow Wilson. I don't think I would enjoy that. I don't think I would actually enjoy that much. Yeah, let's just keep ramping, I guess. Opponent missed their land drop. Let's Shared Roots. Grab ourselves a red, green. We'll just take an island. We will play a Multiversal Passage on blue. Grand. Yeah. We might actually Octopus this form to save the Grand. Yeah, I think we do it. We kind of want it in the graveyard anyway, so we might as well. Turn Grand into an Octopus. Yeah, Roosevelt. He would like have haste and ride a horse or something. Wait, what Roosevelt are we talking about? The other one would probably not have haste and ride a horse. Yeah, Assassin's Creed's real people. I guess it was slightly better for me because at least they were historical, but yeah, it was still pretty weird. U.S. presidents for soda versus soda standard. I mean, you joke, but or no, like even at least like U.S. presidents, I think it could get even worse than that. Like U.S. presidents, at least a lot of them would be historical. Like if they just kept it to ones that were not in our lifetimes, I wouldn't want that, but at least it would feel like slightly better. But I think what would be the absolute worst for me would be like, yeah, like current living pop stars and athletes and so forth. Like that, I just have so little interest in seeing on Magic cards. Like, I don't want Ariana Grande versus, you know, LeBron James. Like, please no. Please no. No mas. Do we go for it? We don't have a cost reduction. Probably not. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just pass. I mean, we do have the Octopus's form. Opponents managed to hit all their land drops eventually. Quarry Mountain Monastery, sure. Gonna get it. Wow, Essence Scatter, okay. I definitely think a couple of caverns could be worth it. Rediscover the Way. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's worth annulling. Found it passes. Hey, well, there's an artist talent. And I mean, we might as well level it up. And opponent going to get lost. Huh. Too bad Octopus's talent can't protect that. Let's, I guess, pass the turn. Yeah, this matchup feels hard. This feels hard. Oh, opponent, pass. Oh, Accumulated Wisdom is good. That is a good draw. I think we gotta pass, though, and wait till our opponent taps down. Meringue River Regent to draw some cards. I feel like this matchup would get way easier if we had Cavern in the deck. So if Control's a thing, I think Cavern goes a long way towards making it better. Controversial opinion, Star Trek is a better basis for a Magic set than Star Wars. Ooh. Give me your argument, Frank. What do you think makes it a better option? I'm actually kind of agnostic on this just because I don't really have a strong connection to either of them. Like, I've watched the old Star Wars movies, so I know what they are, but I don't have some, like, huge connection to either one of them. I think we wait on the next one. Let's play a Gran. Play a breeding pool. Untapped. Man, what do we do here? How do we do this? Yeah, let's accumulate wisdom. Lessons are actually very, very powerful. Opponent, Lightning Helix. Yeah, let's Octopus's form. Ancestral Recall in Standard. Found it. Another Lightning Helix. Alright, well there goes Gran. Well, I mean, I guess we play an Iroh. We have so many of them. Play an Iroh, and then accumulated wisdom, I guess. Opponent. Alright, that's fine. They kill the Iroh. That's fine. There's more in hand. We need to discard 3 cards. So is there a way we win fairly with Rocklanch? That actually seems kind of realistic. Let's go Shared Route, Island Starting Town. There might be a world where we actually just cast these Rocklanches and attack. That actually seems possible here. Opponent. Getting a little low on cards. Finally. Mills of Land. Just kidding. There's a stock up. Not low on cards at all. If we can stick an Iroh, we win. We do need to level up the Artist Talent first, but if we can level up Artist Talent and then stick the Iroh, we do just win. We have not drawn any of our counters, so it'd be nice if we could find some of our... We have, like, what, 4 counters in the deck now? So wait, what was the argument on Star Trek? Star Trek is full of alien civilizations with vastly different ethics, powers, and technologies to ours. Even though they're not about fighting, prognostic point of view, it is not the case through the universe. I feel like the idea of a space set doesn't bother me. The only thing that bothers me about Star Trek, and it would also be true, but maybe to a lesser extent, because I guess it's about a similar extent, but the real people part of it is a little bit weird, like seeing William Shatner on a card or whatever. That part's a little bit weird to me, but really, I can see an argument for Star Trek. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a set that the Hasbro CEO was saying is going to be the next Final Fantasy, actually. Well, that's Shared Routes. See if we got any lands left. All right, get a forest. Play an Artist Talent. Level up the Artist Talent. Opponent gets lost. Now let's play a breeding pool, untapped. And yeah, Rocklanch. Here we come. We're doing it the fair way. I mean, this is a 7/7. That is a big boy. Hit you. Down to 19. Just how we drew it up. Do you think that lessons were pushed because Learn isn't in the Strixhaven set? When we go back to Strixhaven, do you think Learn will Do you think learn as well as more lessons will be printed? Are you concerned? I do not. After seeing how strong these lessons are, my initial assumption was, oh, of course they'll bring learn back in Strixhaven. Now my guess is no. I think there's still some chance, but I think odds are against it coming back. Wait, Meringue River Regent. Are they actually just going to die to Rockalanches? We might actually just beat them with the... I did not think that that was an actual possibility, but we might actually have a chance to win just with fair Rockalanches. Pound it. Passes. When there's an... Wait a minute. God dang it, it's going to work. Oh my god. Okay, do we just go in on the same land? I guess. Yeah, I mean, Rockalanche. The breeding pool is growing mightier. Rockalanche. This should not be working. This should not be working. This should not be working. Here comes the mighty, mighty breeding pool. Opponent, show us your answer. Lightning Helix. Well, it'll quench ya. Oh god. Oh my goodness. Oh, this, yeah, into the Floodmaw can bounce lands. This should not work that way. That was such an unlikely way to win that game. Like, our opponent had all the control, all the card draw. We couldn't stick an Iroh combo because our opponent just had too much removal. So we actually just cast random Rockalanches and won. I am still gonna add a Cavern though. I do think like one. How many Caverns? Yeah, this deck is not lost yet. Like, we're just crushing everyone. How many Caverns do you think we play? What do you think the correct number is? I think it's either 1 or 2. It's either 1 or 2. I mean, I don't know if anything can be the truth on, you know, day one, a couple of hours into the format, but we haven't lost with it yet. Oh, I should update the deck command at least so y'all have the deck list. Let's add 2 Caverns. Going down... 2 multiversal passages, I guess. The mana's felt fine. Like, the decks actually felt oddly smooth. Is there anything else we need to change? The sideboard seems fine. Yeah, I mean... Didn't lose to mono green. Oh, wait, you're right. You were actually correct. I forgot. I think I blocked that game out of my mind. We did our very first game. Thank you. The very first game we played, we got face rolled in like 4 turns by a Boroid. Did we change the deck after that or no? So yeah, maybe we're like 4-1 with the deck actually. Iroh Storm. All right, here's the deck list. It actually, so it's like $250 in paper. It actually is still pretty cheap to put together on Arena. Like, especially if you have the... Yeah, the first one, that one doesn't count. Am I doing this wrong? Why is... Edit com deck. Wait, is this not working? I guess it seems to be working. But yeah, it seems relatively easy to put together on Arena. Only 28 total rares and mythics, and I mean, so many of those are the mana base. 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 are the mana base. So if you have standard mana, this should be a pretty easy deck to put together. Do you think that Ozai's Cruelty could be good in an accumulated wisdom lesson shell? So the more I play with lessons, the more I become convinced that they're just kind of the truth. Ozai's Cruelty, 3 mana, sorcery speed, 2 damage to a player. That player discards 2 cards. I mean, It's like a mind rot. It's like a mind rot. I mean, so what do you think? What do you think? You want to try something else? We can switch and try something else. So there is an ally deck coming up on the YouTubes, a 5-color ally deck. But if you want to try like 2-color allies, we could. I mean, we're on day 1. We got so much time to explore the format. This deck, I kind of want to try the other lesson deck, although this deck's performed so well that I'm not sure I actually want to. It actually matters. Like, it might make sense just to keep doing what we're doing instead of trying to play fair lessons. But green-white allies, I am curious about green-white allies. Do you want to check out my mono black stacks Canadian Highlander deck? I do, Lucid. Let me see. Mono black stacks. Canlander, that would be another format that would be cool to try. Like in a 1v1 game versus Richard. That would be fun to try. I've never actually tried Canlander. I like the idea of Canlander. Yeah, that looks brutal. It looks brutal. What are the points? Does it show points on here? That looks sweet, Lucid. Could you recommend 4 cards to cut in my Zuko Commander? Oh, all right, I'll do my best. What four cards would I cut from the Zuko deck? So this is one that wants you to cast stuff from exile. There are a respectable, actually very responsible 42 lands with MDFCs. What does this do? Invasion of Kaldheim. Oh, I kind of like Invasion of Kaldheim. So basically, we're airbending stuff, we're casting stuff from exile to try to get value out of Firelord Zuko. I would cut. Man, it's so tough. Whenever an opponent attacks you with one or more planeswalkers you control, I set up a card to that player's library and play a card for as long as it remains exiled. I haven't played with that card. Does this actually stop people from attacking you, or do they just swing into it anyway? I mean, you might just... Virtue's explosive. I guess I would probably... Man, that's tough. That's tough. My instinct would be to cut, like, either some redundant cast from exile stuff, or some of the cheap removal spells, which seem weird in Commander, but... It seems like the idea is to use the cheap removal spells from exile to trigger the from exile stuff. So if you cut the cheap stuff, it's not going to work. I guess I would just trim like maybe the Virtue of Courage. I'm not very high on planeswalkers, so I'd probably cut some of the planeswalkers. I think that the enchantments are just more resilient, and then maybe like one of the cheap spells, something like that. It is tough to do on 104 cards without reading them all over. Labrador for the 54th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you. What should I craft? Mono blue, is it, or teamer lessons for Arena? I don't even know what mono blue looks like. I mean, after today, I'm kind of sold on teamer. The other upside would be they're all kind of similar, right? So I feel like if you crafted teamer, if you crafted this deck, I think you could basically play the Is It deck we played for Budget Magic without hardly doing anything wildcard wise. And then I imagine you might be kind of close to mono blue too, which I don't even know what mono blue looks like, but Kellen Combo 2. What are the upgrades here? So Bramble Familiar. I mean, I did see someone playing. So I think the funny thing is the actual upgrade to your plan here, Shotgun Dev, is probably airbending. I haven't tried it myself, but I've seen people using airbending with Bramble Familiar. So you can just play Bramble Familiar, use an airbending spell to put it into exile, and then cast the fetch quest side for 2 mana, which I think might just be way simpler and easier than all other ways of doing it. Like, it might just be better and faster than Kellen joins up, or at least like an additional an additional part of Kellen joins up. In addition to Kellen joins up, but I would definitely consider exploring the airbending stuff because I feel like if your plan is to cast Ramble Familiar or the fetch quest mode of Ramble Familiar, I feel like airbending is just like the new best way of doing that. Are you gonna watch Legend of Korra? I don't think so. The show's gotten some really, really bad reviews. I don't know. Is it worth it? Is there anyone here who would like to talk me into actually trying to watch it? Like, is there an argument for it? Human noble ally. Let's go ally. That might scare our opponent a little bit. Korra's just all right. What about playing Avatar Aang? Oh, there's some Avatar Aang coming up. In this deck, you mean, or just like a deck around it? There's Avatar Aang coming up on YouTube very soon. Opponent getting in, hitting us. The thing about Aang is, I think people are gonna want to see the backside of Aang. I feel like that's actually the hardest part of Aang. Like the backside is the challenging part. I don't even think you need the backside. I think like the front side is so strong that you don't even really need the backside for Aang to be good. But it is the flashiest part, right? Where if you do flip it, you're gonna have a ridiculously cool turn. If you like the world of Avatar, 100% worth it. People just don't like it because it's not focused on Aang. I was gonna ask that, is it the like same characters? Man, I wish we could get this in the graveyard. Well, that's Combustion Technique, the Preacher. 2 lessons in the graveyard, not enough. This octopus form has been so good, but wait. Oh my. Huh. Well, that's a pun. I don't know why I thought that was dealing 4 damage there, but it definitely did not deal 4 damage. Oh, it's in the future. Interesting. Nah, there's no shame. We're good. We're good. We have an Ancestor Recall in hand. Found it, Spyglass Siren. Although, actually, we are probably going to lose because of that. Technically. Oh, it's 80 years after the first series? Oh, that's like super far in the future. Well, Braiding Pool, untapped. Rockalanche. Not that we even really want a Rockalanche, but boom. Rockalanche. How about a 2/2? Pass the turn. We also don't have a way to make our stuff free, so even... Yeah, opponent. I'm going to play the Flood Pits Drowner. We're going to draw some cards. Yeah, we need to kill that Preacher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they got this one. They got it. They got it. Aang Undead in Korra is the new avatar. Oh, I see. I see. So this is the next. Aang can't be dead, though. No one dies in that show. That is, I will say, I did come away from watching Avatar, and maybe people are going to get upset about this take, but I did come away from it feeling like, you know what would have made this like show really good is if it was actually made for adults. Like, could you imagine? Maybe this would take away from whatever made Avatar magical in its own way, but I did kind of come away from it feeling like if it was this show but actually like made for adults, it probably would be really good. Because the funniest part, like, just like, despite how much I liked parts of Avatar, especially like the last half of Avatar, like the end of season, the second half of season 2 and season 3, I really liked. But it's so funny to see them like sword fighting, and then they like use the back of their sword to trip their opponent, and then they just like scurry off to fight the next person like the problem solved. I'm like, dude, you just tripped him. Like, is that guy not just gonna like stand back up in about 3 seconds and go back at you? Like, I don't think you actually dealt with that problem. Like, you're trying to take down the Fire Lord by tripping, or they like have their like throwing stars, but they throw their throwing stars into people's shirts to pin them to the wall. Instead, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's that'll hold them for 30 seconds. Well done. But that's the no. So I'm not saying that they should have done that with Avatar, but I found myself wondering, like, if a more adult version of it would actually be pretty interesting. Because I feel like the character development in the world are what I like the most of the show, right? The character development in the world. So I think that maybe there's a way that you could keep the positives, the stuff that was really good, and make it a little bit more adult. Maybe I will try. Maybe I will try the other one. Maybe it is worth it. Oh, we gotta do this quickly. All right, we gotta sideboard faster. Honestly, I mean, I guess it's also nice that you can. Sokka killed Combustion Man. Sorta though, because didn't he kinda do it to himself? Like, I guess Sokka did throw the boomerang that hit his head, but didn't, like, wasn't it his fault for, like, trying to explode? Like, he kind of exploded himself, really, didn't he? I don't know. I came away from it feeling like he kind of exploded himself. Although I guess that was the argument they used when they were gonna burn Aang in oil at that one town too. That, oh, you killed our ruler, even though he kinda did it to himself technically. Found it. Azure Beastbinder. Well, let's play a starting town and level up artist talent. Well, let's see if we can find us some card draw. Please don't Kaido, because we do not have a good answer to Kaido. Opponent getting in with the Beastbinder. Oh no, Kaido? Seriously? Kaido. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Opponent hits us. Down to 17. And
Information is its own weapon.
well, we need a draw here. We need a draw that does something. Fire magic. So we can Rocket Launch for 2 to attack the Kaido. I guess that's probably actually worth it. So we can play this tapped. Actually, let's play it untapped. And then we can also leave up... We can also leave up Octopus's form. 1, 2. Rocket Launch. The mountain. Loot away a firebending lesson. Ew, more starting towns. All right, and a little off the top. Hit Kaido for 2.
This is not how I die.
I probably will end up rewatching it. I actually really liked it. I actually thought, I don't know if I'll rewatch the first season. I think it was Richard said on the podcast yesterday that someone needs to do like the hour-long version of the first season, some sort of like edit where you just see the like important and interesting parts of the first season. Because I would agree with that. The first season I was pretty. There are some moments I liked, but overall I was kind of meh on the first season. Season 1, 3, and 4 in core are pretty dark. Season 1 or 2 are drama-filled. Season 2 has a backstory and development. Season 4 very focused. I mean, maybe I'll have to give core a shot. Maybe. I mean, I ended up liking Avatar, so maybe I need to take your all's advice on what to watch a little more seriously, because you were right on that one. Opponent, Flood Pits Drowner. That's still on taps, right? Sure. So opponent, Flood Pits Drowner. We will, I think we have to Octopus his form. We will Octopus his form. Loot away starting town. Protect the mountain. Ooh. Wait a minute. Do we actually get to kill the Kaido? So we can fire magic. Fire magic. Get rid of the Flood Pits Drowner. And then mountain. Firebending lesson. Actually, are we discarding? Probably. Let's abrade. Let's abrade the Beastbinder. Discard. We got to find card draw. Discard the Firebending Lesson. Ew, Breeding Pool. Okay. I mean, we actually found a way to kill the Kaido, though. We killed the Kaido. Kaido down. Maybe Rockalanch is just actually... Maybe Rockalanch is actually just a good card. It might actually just be good. Found it plays a Cecil. Found it passing. We find a Combustion Technique. Well, let's level this up. Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. Is Dimir the new best deck in Standard? I feel like it might be. Oh, let's see. Here's the new version of the deck. Miss Moore's Quantum Riddler. Oh, this is... Okay. I like it. Accumulate Wisdom. Interesting. Huh. I wouldn't have thought of it. How's Accumulate Wisdom felt? I feel like Accumulate Wisdom, without other lessons, is it actually good enough without other lessons? Opponent, combat, and getting in. And let's block. Take 2. Get back our land. All right. We really need some card draw. We need some card draw, and we need it now. Okay. That's Accumulated Wisdom. That is card draw. All right. Accumulated Wisdom. Decline. Draw some cards. Accumulated Wisdom. Okay, things are looking up. Things are looking up. Here comes the cards. Discard a Breeding Pool. Draw some cards. There's a Grand. Let's play the Island. Second Artist Talent. Loot away a Stomping Grounds. Oh my god, that's Iroh. That's Iroh. That is Iroh. And then we will pass the turn. Actually, let's play Grand. Let's play Grand. And then pass the turn. Well, next turn might be the one. It might be the one. We're going to pass. We have 2 removal spells we can cast this turn. If we untap, we got the Octopus's form. Opponent's going to long goodbye the Gran. Sure. I mean, I guess Granny is deserving of a long goodbye. Opponent. Tishana's Tidebinder. Okay, another body. Well, we will, why we can, kill a Soulstone Sanctuary. No looting. I mean, the question is going to be, can they counter the Iroh? Can they counter the Iroh? If not, if we beat Dimir 2, then we're just going to consider this to be broken. Pownet getting in. Let's Combustion Technique. The Tidebinder. All right, let's see if they got a counter. You know what would be really nice is drawing Cavern of Souls right now. That would make me very happy. Multiversal Passage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there any world where we pass? Is there any world where we pass? What does Dimir look like post rotation? How many counters? It's post sideboard. You know what? No fear. We just gotta go. We just gotta go. We're just gonna go for it. Iroh. Got a counter? Okay, they do not have a counter. Well then, we will accumulate a Wisdom. And we're off to the races. We are off to the races. About it. Gonna go after that Iroh. We will Octopus's form. Only gonna cast a Flood Pits Drowner. Don't really care about that. Sure. A tapped Iroh is still an Iroh. Opponent gonna tap down the Iroh. Actually, we're gonna untap it anyway. And this should be a very easy win. And discard the Iroh. Wow, we're going to beat Dimir, too. This deck might just be insane. We even get to untap it. Or remove a stun counter. It gets hexproof. Loot away the breeding pool. Man, this deck's actually pretty fun. Loot away the shared roots. And now we will draw 3 cards, because Accumulate Wisdom is kind of insane. Even better when it's free. We will shared roots. Do a little rampant. Discard a Combustion Technique. Discard a Abandoned Attachments. And this should deterministically be the win, right? Like, I don't think we actually can not win from here. Even if we wanted to. Combustion Technique. Get rid of the Flood Pits Drowner. Discard Abandoned Attachments. And discard Abandoned Attachments. We just got to find the Rockalanches. 23 cards left in the deck. There's the Cavern. We didn't even need it. Well, I guess for good measure, we might as well Combustion Technique the Cecil. Discard a Firebending Lesson. And, oh, there's Gran. There's Granny. Discard a Shared Roots. And now we will Accumulated Wisdom. Discard a Starting Town. This actually kind of feels like storming off in Standard. Okay, there's Earthbending Energy. We do need to discard that, though, or it's better discarded. Let's discard an opponent. Sees what's happening, and opponent scoops it up. If we win this, we're gonna try to build. Oh, man, we don't even have. Well, we might not actually build another deck. We might try the other version. I do want to try Aggro Allies, but I don't know if we'll try it today. That might be next. That might be next time. Why does Rockalanche say G4? G4. I didn't notice it. Was it saying G4? What's the... So, I mean, I guess the combo, it's kind of like a Storm deck, but the main goal of this deck is Iroh Grand Lotus lets you flashback lessons from your graveyard during your turn for 1 mana. If we have a Gran or a Artist Talent that's on at least level 2 that reduces the cost of our spells by 1, then during our turn we can cast our lessons from our graveyard for free. So that's what we're trying to set up, is essentially a cost reduction effect Iroh. Once we get that set up, then we can draw a ton of cards with all of our stuff, just churn through our deck. Artist Talent looting helps. Eventually, we will use our removal to kill all of our opponent's stuff, and we will flashback. Well, first, cast our 1 Energy Bending to give all of our lands all land types for the turn. And then we cast our 3 Rockalanches for free. Earthbend X land into like a 20-some power creature, swing in and win the game. So that's the plan. That's the goal of the deck. And so far, it's actually worked shockingly well. Like, shockingly. I was thinking this might be a little bit against the odds, but it does not feel that against the odds. This actually feels like a real thing. It feels pretty real. Mono White Ally Health Gain has Fair Appa. Let me see Chaos Gaming. Elspeth, Appa Enduring Innocence, Hylia, Vision Reports by Southpaw Voyager. Ooh, Gather the White Lotus. That looks super cool. I haven't even thought of building mono white allies, but it seems like you can make a lot of tokens. I will say, for each planes you control, I don't know about the mana. The mana base is a little awkward with Gather the White Lotus. Like, if I'm playing Gather the White Lotus, I probably drop something like Jasmine Dragon T-Shop, even though I know we really want to make tokens. But I feel like 8 planes, you're going to be 5 mana, make 2 tokens a lot of the time or something. So I think that would be the one thing that would stand out. But the idea is super cool. Yeah, we'll try this. Little land heavy, but Abandoned Attachments hopefully can dig us out from under there. What were your top 5 decks from the year to play? Oh, that is a really hard question, just because I play so many decks. I was thinking about it, like, between 3 gameplay videos, and then between 3 gameplay videos, streaming once a week, that's at least 4 decks a week. That doesn't count Commander Clash. If you count Commander Clash, that's 5 decks a week. Opponent has a Phantom Interference. That's a lot of decks. We're talking in a year, and that doesn't even count all the decks that I don't actually Okay, let's see if we can do this successfully. We don't want Preacher to pop off. We're at 19, so they draw a card. But we can't combustion. We can firebending lesson for nothing. Oh, that seems bad. Okay, let's just play a mountain and pass the turn. Let's play a mountain, pass the turn. We might have to soak up one Preacher hit, unfortunately. I was hoping to take 0. What would the number? I mean, probably something with Doppelgang. I don't. I'd have to actually have to think about it, Cat Camp fan. I'd have to think about it. I probably will do some sort of year-end video where we talk about like the best cards and so forth of the year, and I'll try to add a like favorite decks of the year section, because I think that is a really cool question. But yeah, I'd have to look back on it. Doppelgang comes to mind. I know there's a ton of other ones, but they just all kind of end up blurring together to some extent. Oh, you're doing a Doppelgang video this week, Doug? That sounds sweet. Well, there's Iroh. There is Iroh. Well, let's play an island. Pass the turn. So we should be able to get rid of this Preacher. Oh. Huh. Well, maybe we got to get rid of that. Yeah, I think Enduring Curiosity is just better. Combustion Technique is actually a pretty good removal spell. Like, hard remove the thing and have it go to exile. Pretty clean answer to Enduring Curiosity. Opponent, combat. Getting in. Drawing cards, unfortunately. Our opponent drawing so many cards is a concern. They're snowballing the Preacher. Opponent, Soulstone Sanctuary. Cecil. Passes. Well, there is an artist talent. Ugh. Well, play the mountain. So I can turn on this. I mean, we can just firebending lesson, try to kill the Preacher. That's probably our best move, right? They're going to turn on the land. In response, we kill the Preacher to keep them from drawing cards. And then next turn, we artist talent. The next turn, we hope for good things to happen. Yeah, I think that's the move. I think that's the best plan. All right, we will pass the turn. About it. Soulstone Sanctuary. All right, so we have firebending lesson. Get rid of the Preacher. So we have like 2 more turns in theory. We don't have a way to protect Iroh right now. There's no Octopus's form. Ooh. Well, that's really bad. That is... Oh, we even drew Accumulated Wisdom. That is really bad, and I think we're kind of dead. Well, level it up. Opponent. Attack us with that Restless Reef, please. Mill us, please. Mill us. Opponent gets in. Oh, that Graveyard Hate was brutal. Opponent getting in. Oh, Random Encounter might actually be one of my favorite decks of the year, now that I think about it. That actually is probably on my list of favorite standard decks, at least. Opponent gets in. It's us. Down to 4. I just want to let you know that I've been having so much fun playing Random Encounter deck. My wife doesn't like me playing it against her, though. I could imagine that. I could imagine. Oh, that deck's an annoying deck to have to play against. It's so fun to play, though. And there's a Cecil. All right, we got to win the game somehow. We got to win the game somehow. How do we win the game somehow? I don't think we do. We just have to get insanely lucky. Abandon attachments. Discard Accumulated Wisdom. Draw an Iroh. Discard an Iroh. Draw nothing of note. And... maybe. Iroh. Abandon attachments. We need to hit a lesson here. We need to hit a lesson. Discard the firebending lesson. Oh, maybe. There's a Rockalanche. Oh, do they have an answer off this? Wow. Wow, this Spell Pierce is actually going to matter. Because now our accumulated wisdom only draws 1. Which is not... oh, it's not enough. It's not enough. We needed the draw 3. Oh, and we whiff. We hard whiff. Firebending lesson. Hit the Soul Stone. Loot away the Iroh. Okay. Rock-a-Lanche. Turn on the Forest. Pitch the Abandon attachments. Abandon attachments. Pitch a Stomping Grounds into a Shared Roots. Pitch the Shared Roots. Okay, Shared Roots. Pitch the Firebending lesson. Draw a Combustion Technique. Get a land. Firebending lesson. Kill the Soulstone Sanctuary. Pitch the Combustion. How long can we... If we win this game, I swear to God, there's a Rock-a-Lanche. Combustion Technique. Kill the Cecil. Discard the Rock-a-Lanche. Rock-a-Lanche. Oh, we're wasting all of our Rock-a-Lanches. Oh, we gotta do it though, right? Like, what else are we gonna do? Rock-a-Lanche. On the Forest. Discard the Octopus's form. Oh my God, there's Accumulate Wisdom, but there's only 1 card in the graveyard. Octopus's form. Untap the Forest. Loot away the Accumulated Wisdom. Draw a Gran, and that might be the end of it. Accumulated Wisdom. Loot away the Breeding Pool. Find a... Yeah, that's the end. Man, we went pretty far. For how much disruption our opponent had, we went pretty far. I mean, I guess we still kind of can keep going. Discard the Breeding Pool. Oh, Starting Town. Well, okay. Discard the Rock-a-Lanche. There's an Abrade in a Starting Town. Rock-a-Lanche on the Forest. And this is where it actually ends, right? Now we are actually fully out of stuff, and then we die. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I will say, okay. Yeah, we can't block Kaido. I will say, even though that was one of the losses that we had with the deck, that might be the game that has me most convinced that this deck is busted, because that was a game where things went very well for our opponent. They had everything, right? They had Counterspell to stop our first stuff. They had a hard graveyard wipe. They drew a bunch of extra cards with Preacher of the Schism. And then we finally tried to go off. They had Spell Pierce. So our opponent had several layers. Well, no, they have Restless Reef, right? They have a creature land that attacks for 4. So tapping down Iroh, you attack with the creature land and we're dead. But that was probably the most impressive performance of the deck. Like, if our opponent was one less piece of all those things they stacked together, I think we actually win that game. And we still came there's 21 cards in our deck. Like, we came very close to piecing that together and still winning against arguably one of the best decks, or the best deck in Standard, through a really good draw with a graveyard wipe. So that's kind of insane. Like, yeah, even though we lost, that it actually was the best I'm feeling about the deck. Oh, the Forest. We tapped the Forest to keep casting spells during our turn. I mean, I think it's a safe pick for best deck. Well, I think at this point, I think at this point, let's try the other non-combo lesson deck. I do want to try allies sometimes, but I don't think we're gonna try it today. This deck, this is not a combo. This is more of like a Toph, cast a bunch of spells kind of deck, and I'm curious to see how it works. So, still a lesson deck. There's still an Iroh in the deck, but it's really more of like, I guess it's like one of the decks we have played against from our opponents where we saw the Ranon Saw. But it's like you got Tophs to earthbend your lands to get back your lessons from the graveyard. You got Ranon Saw to make a bunch of bodies. You got Sokka that loots and gets really big as you cast lessons. So let's try a couple games. Let's try a couple games with that before we move on. You built 4 really, yeah. The Avatar decks have been good. So I mean, I think this is just like a really good set. I've had fun with them. I will say, I will always give the word of warning that early access day is not always reflective of full standard. It's fun. It's a great way to like get an early look and see how stuff feels. But I don't usually treat a good record on early access day is super meaningful just because the meta is so different. So just keep that in mind. I would not rush out and buy every early access day deck that does well for me or for anyone else for that matter. I think that's just one of the downsides of early access day is actually, let's put Toph to the bottom. As this is not super representative, but even if you're not an Avatar fan, I would say you would want to check out the set just because if you just judge it as a Magic set, and that's something I've been trying to do more and more ever since Spider-Man, really. But like, if you just judge it as a Magic set, not a Universes Beyond set, not a set with another IP or whatever, if you just think of it as a Magic set, it's still just, it's very good. Like, it's just a very good Magic set. Is the list anywhere? The combo list is here. If I can type it properly. There we go. That's a list we were playing. That seems very good. Very, very surprisingly good so far. This list I can add to the chat. Although, I think if you want one of them, I would. This one's untested. These are our first games. Ooh, accumulate. That's not bad. Yeah, let's play this on Tap Pass. Be nice if they gave us a target for all of our removals so we can turn on this Accumulate Wisdom. Alright, Biza's a target. That counts. Although we can't actually kill it? That's awkward. I think this is still worth it, though. We're going to Firebending Lesson just so we can accumulate Wisdom and draw some cards. Oh! So we can draw 1 million lands, apparently. Literally 1 million lands. Well, Stomping Grounds tapped. Go. Yeah, this is more of like just a mid-range. This one's kind of inspired more by... Yeah, let's kill it. This is inspired more by kind of the budget Magic deck, like a non-budget version of that in Teamer. But it's more about playing like a fair game plan instead of setting up this massive win the game combo turn. And also about drawing lots of lands, apparently. More Bizas, eh? Alright. Well, no. That's awkward. So we deny them a card, but then they draw a card off Ketramos, right? Because it exiles? Yeah, so I guess you're getting the card either way. Found it. Passing. Come on, deck. Well, that's an Iroh. I mean, I guess we just... So much better next turn. Let's wait one more turn. Let's Combustion Technique the Biza. Not during our opponent's turn, so they don't draw with Ketramos. Next turn, we should be able to Iroh and double it. I take it all back. We are not going to Iroh and do anything. Yikes. I think it was... if we play Iroh there, they kill it. And we only get one Ancestral. Maybe waiting is too greedy. But seriously, like... How many strategic betrayals are there? That's not really a... That's not really a stapley card, is it? I don't know, maybe in post-rotation or in post-banning standard, but I feel like Strategic Betrayal's like a one-of, typically. Man. I will say Graveyard Hate is brutal, because now, like, our entire deck just does nothing. Like, Ren and Saw is ridiculous. Is ridiculously bad if you're getting one of them. It's not even worth casting. Found it. Elspeth. What do you think about Rakdos Aggro? Yeah. Well, maybe we gotta go back to the combo build. What do you think about Rakdos Aggro with Zhao and Mei? I think Rakdos Aggro, like, I could see the potential. Rakdos would get you Mei, I guess. So I will say, I don't think Mei's actually... Mei would be very good against our deck. I feel like Mei is... As a legend, I feel like Mei is a card that is kind of metagame specific, where if you run it against our deck, it's probably pretty good, right? At worst, it's going to deal 2 to us, and we got to kill it. At best, if we don't have a removal spell, it can just really lock us down. But there's also a lot of decks where it kind of doesn't do much of anything. If you run into even like, I don't know, even like Dimir, like, yeah, they got a few spells in there, but most of their deck is creatures. So I feel like the Blood Moon effect is also like oddly kind of similar, where if you run into 4-color control, it's the most insane card in standard. But if you run into mono red or mono green or even a 2-color deck, it kind of doesn't do all that much. So I think that'll be the challenge. Like, those are kind of meta specific cards. So how do you make that work as like a main deck plan? So all that to say, I think both of those cards have potential. Just keep in mind you're gonna have good matchups and bad matchups. I think, like, there's gonna be times when it feels really good and times when it feels like your cards aren't doing anything. But Mei might be more of a sideboard card for me, honestly, depending on what the meta looks like. I guess the other question would be, what else do you get going in Rakdos? Because you could just build mono red Zhao and play the firebending stuff. So I think the question would be, what else does Rakdos going into black actually give you? Especially in a deck build around Blood Moons. So opponent's like, man, Ketramos is annoying. And we just really do not have a way to deal with a Ketramos? Huh. Alright. Well, that's a problem. I guess we can Boomerang Basics it. I guess you get hard removal. That's cool. Yeah, I guess hard removal is a bonus. Alicia. Yeah, I mean, I would put together, I think, like, the idea makes enough sense to put it together and see how it does. I don't know, I think, like, Crim was very high on Mei. I'm still kind of like, I think it's alright. I think Zhao is potentially very good, but even that, we played it a little during early access, and it's one of those cards where, like, when it's good, it's really good, but then there's some matchups where your opponent just kind of snickers at it. Do you have any ideas on how this card could even play? It looks awesome, but I can't think of a realistic way to build around it. Avatar's Destiny. Yeah. I mean, so an opponent has a Ghost Vacuum. Hooray, hooray. Well, let's play the land. Let's play the Toph. Our opponent has come prepared, that's for sure. Play a Toph. Found it. Gonna Ghost Vacuum. Sure. We pass the turn. So Avatar's Destiny. Opponent likes some duresses, that's for sure. Top deck's a land. Strategic Betrayal. My God. I mean, this might just be a somewhat impossible matchup for our deck. Not a matchup we'll probably ever play again, but good lord, are they just playing every Graveyard Hate spell in existence? They have so much Graveyard Hate, they don't even know what to do with it. They're gonna just start Ghost Vacuuming their own graveyard just because. Yeah, I didn't want that duress anyway. Opponent plays a Biza. For minimal value, makes a treasure. Passes. True Ancestry. Not looking super good in the Graveyard Hate meta. So we get what, 7? So we can cast this for 5. I mean, Wanchitong, big scary owl, taking advantage of our firebending mana and gonna draw some cards. Maybe we just beat him with flyers. Like, maybe we just kind of beat him with flyers. So Avatar's Destiny, I would say it would be something like, I don't know if you saw I wonder if I can find the deck list. Like, the opponent, I'm gonna blow up the Ranid-Saw. Like the Howlmark, Huskbuster Swarm, Up the Beanstalk. That would probably be the most realistic. Let me see if I can actually find the deck list. Like, it's got to be some sort of graveyard deck. But then I don't know how you take advantage of the, like, reanimation other than just using it for value. If you want to try to get, like, a Valgavoth, how does that fit? It can be a lot of pumping, but there's also, like, a lot of risk where if you go too all in on a graveyard deck, then you end up milling yourself out and losing because of this card, which is a weird, like, unintended consequence. So that's the... I guess we got to kill Elspeth, unfortunately. We would like to just go face, but Elspeth gotta go. Hit the Elspeth. Get in there, you angry owl. Play the land. You know what? We're just gonna do this and make a clue. Whatever. They're gonna... Actually, no, that doesn't even work, right? Return up to 1. Create a clue doesn't target, so they're gonna fizzle it. All right. That doesn't even work. Pass the turn. We would have just cast it to make a clue if we could, but I don't think we actually get the clue out of it. So yeah, I'm not sure. I could see graveyard decks where this would be really powerful, but as far as actually being like a competitive card, I feel like there's probably just too many hoops to jump through for it to actually be good. I know I played against it once on early access day, and you can cast it with no targets. Can you? Return up to 1. Okay, so I guess it would be fine. I was thinking since it only has 1 target, if the target removes, the whole spell fizzles, right? But, well, so I guess what we should have done there is just cast it and not target anything. And then it can't be fizzled. I believe if we targeted something and they exiled it, the whole spell would fizzle because there's only 1 target on there. If it said return a target permanent and target player creates a clue, then it wouldn't fizzle either way. So I think we should have just cast it and not chose anything to get the clue out of it. But if we choose something and then they exile it, then we won't get anything out of it. Which card do you want the most to make happen? Out of the Avatar set? Something that I haven't done yet, that's on my list for the near future, is proving that waterbending is still broken. Chill with your discard, my god, Roy. Roy, settle down, buddy. Mulligan and keeping the dresses, doesn't matter. Roy. Opponent. It reminds me, the name. Do you remember back when Rick and Morty was actually pretty good, but do you remember the episode where they go to the space arcade and you play the game where you actually like live someone else's life? Wasn't that Roy? Was that not the name of that game? Whatever happened to that show? Why did Rick and Morty get so bad? Or so not as good? I don't know, I guess I stopped watching it because I thought it wasn't as good. Maybe it's better now than I thought it was. Found it. Unholy Annex. Now we can play a Sokka. Discard a True Ancestry in a forest. Well, there's an Iroh. play Mistrise Village, Shared Roots, grow the Saka, grab a, doesn't matter, blue, red. We'll grab a mountain, pass the turn. So yeah, I definitely want to prove the water bending's broken. Good Lord. I swear to God, opponent. I swears to God, you and your strategic betrayals. I would really like to win this matchup just because it feels like such a ridiculously bad matchup. I wonder if Mistrise... Could Mistrise be better than Cavern? Probably not, because we most... Our opponent just has a hilarious amount of graveyard hate. It's almost like they were built specifically to be good against our deck. Found it. Down to 14. Well, there's a Random Saw. That's better than doing literally nothing. Not very good, though, because our graveyard keeps getting wiped. Pass the turn. I mean, it's good that there's a downside. You want there to be a downside. Opponent, gonna get lost. The Random Saw. I will say that my early, and maybe it's just the matchup, but my early impression of this deck is... It seems way less good than the combo build. That's my first thought, is if I could only build one of them, the combo build, but we've only played like half a game in what is probably the worst possible matchup. So maybe that's the reason why. This one's about over though, honestly. I don't think we can fight through this amount of hate. Yeah, let's call it so we can try to get in one more match with this deck before we got to wrap things up. But yeah, water bending's at the top of my list of stuff that I want to prove is good. Really, this set's just so good. There's a whole bunch of things that I want to try to do. Have you seen any Smiling Friends on Adult Swim? I haven't seen Smiling Friends. Is it good? Yeah, matchup is not good for our deck. That matchup is about as bad as a matchup can be. Oh, so Rick and Morty got worse because one of the creators had issues and left. I see. I mean, I guess Demir. Oh, okay, maybe not traditional Demir. Well, let's play a land. Firebending Lesson. Get rid of that token. I'm playing Valak Escape Shift in Historic like it's 2012. How's it felt? I feel like... Oh, yeah. I've seen people talking about wanting to do this. Bouncing your Storm Chaser's talent with Boomerang Basics. It is kind of like a really annoyingly slow loop. Let's take a mountain. Pass the turn. Oh, opponent. Land and stocking up. Your deck looks fun. Unfortunately, you don't have any new cards. I want to test what could go well with Ketra. Wait, Ketra. Who is Ketra? Oh, and Ketra Mos, I see. Oh, were you our opponent last game? Yeah. Yeah, I think your deck lines up pretty well with what our deck's doing. My God, did you have a lot of graveyard hate. Good Lord, Roy. Roy in the graveyard hate. Serious. No, good game though. Like you came prepared for graveyard synergies. I will give you lots of credit for that. Because you came very prepared. The Ketramos deck, I mean, it's hard for me to tell how good it was based on that, just because I feel like the matchup had to be so good for you. Just like, it had to be so good for you. But it looked very impressive against us. Huh. So we can accumulate wisdom. I mean, I guess we just do that. Yeah, let's accumulate wisdom, see what we can see. Accumulate wisdom, draw 3. Not the best 3. Play a Stomping Ground Stabbed. Pass the turn. Somehow we used all of our blue mana. Thanks, Arena. Pound it. Untap land. Sun Pirol Kirin. Gonna pick up the Storm Chaser's talent. Gonna replay the Storm Chaser's talent. Gets in for 2. We dropped to 12. Opponent increasing their speed. Pass it. Well, let's play the mountain. We do need to not die, which is becoming a bit of a concern here. If they just counter this, we pretty much die. The other options, land at instant speed, that might be... Yeah, I think we do that. I'm worried if we just run out the Ran and Sun, they counter it. It's very, very bad. I guess if they counter Wan, it's also not great. About it. Gonna level up the Storm Chaser's talent. I'm gonna get back a Boomerang basics. You're gonna cast the Boomerang basics. Picks up Storm Chaser's talent. I mean, they're incentivized to recast it, and then we get to run out the Wanshi Tongue and eat something. Draw a bunch of cards and then untap and see what happens. People, the cards are new enough, people don't play around Wanshi Tongue yet. So run out the Wanshi Tongue. We take one. We draw two. We get a 5/5 flyer. We eat the 3/3. We drop to 6. Now we can 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four, 5. Let's Ranenshaw. Make a couple dragons. And do we just pass? I mean, we get to get in for 5 because Wanshi Tong's insane. It's got vigilance for some reason. Hit ya. Yeah, let's just pass and we can accumulated wisdom. All right, opponent. What do you got as per self bounce? I don't know what anyone plays anymore. Opponent, stock up. I mean, Ranensaw, when you actually get 2 bodies out of it, it is kind of like Broodmate Dragon, but at a discount. Opponent's going to play a Momentum Break. Well, we will sack a token. Opponent. Wow, getting in. Okay, we will block and block. Kill the otters. Nowhere to run. Triggers. Gonna kill the Wanshi Tongue. Well, we will. Accumulated wisdom. Draw some cards. Drop to 4. Lose our board, unfortunately. Well, let's play Toph. I want the card draw, but I think we have to take the removal spell as much as this pains me. It hurts. It really hurts. It hurts in my soul, but I think we have to do it. And then we can play Sokka. Let's play a Verge. Sokka. Earthbend a land. Discard a land. Discard a shared roots. And pass the turn. I mean, we got some bodies. We got some bodies now. Yeah, I kind of... Ooh, Cosmic Grand Zenith. That is a good card. And... Oh, those are going to be close. Those are going to be super close. Yeah, I kind of picked up on the Toph versus Tough thing. With the Cabbage Man set, do you think there's enough meme cards to make a commander deck? So opponent's going to make tokens. All right, opponent's going wide. Makes an otter. So I don't know if Wan Shitong is great in aggro. Because I don't know if you have enough, at least in standard. In older formats, it might be good even in aggro. In standard, your opponents don't search enough for it to be that good in aggro, but I think if you're ramp or control, it's very good. We just need more bodies, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can play Iroh. Firebending lesson, firebending lesson. What is our best? We can True Ancestry, get back to Ran and Saw. Yeah, I think we do that. Let's True Ancestry. Get back Ran and Saw. Keep on bending. Play the Ran and Saw. Keep on bending. Opponent. Sun Pearl Kieran. I'm gonna pick up. No. Oh, man. They're gonna trigger it at instant speed and then we're gonna die. Oh, Cosmic Grand Zenith. Grows the team. 1, 2, 3. They get to kill something. So we have 5, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I guess we're not technically dead on board. We're very likely dead. Very likely, but not guaranteed. Well, oh, we actually are guaranteed dead because the Storm Chaser steal it. Earth King is good. In what context? In what format? I feel like Earth King is probably it's a card that I think I like that adds a bunch of bodies to the battlefield. I think the challenge is a Boroid is just so incredibly pushed. But it adds 6 power to the battlefield. You can potentially ramp with it. So I feel like it's a card that is good. I just don't know if it has like a home. I'm not sure where it fits. In Commander, I think it fits. You can play it in anywhere, right? You can play it in a whole bunch of places in Commander. But in Standard, it's more of an issue of where does it fit and would you ever play it over a Boroid? Because a Boroid is just it is an obscene card. Saga used him in a Boroid deck. I mean, I guess you could as like a one of. I think the problem is then like how many 4-drops can you realistically pay? Like you can't if you run like 8 4-drops, a playset of each, you just end up with the like I drew a whole hand of stuff that I can't do anything with for so many turns. So like that's kind of the challenge. So yeah, I think it's a good card. I just don't know how much use we'll get out of it in the short term because I don't really know where you put it, what you do with it. Well, I mean, I guess we can bring in a couple of nulls and that's about it. If we were the combo build, I think this matchup would be way better. I think that's the overall takeaway from these decks is lessons are really good. I think you can play them fairly, you can play them unfairly, but I think the unfair build of lessons is probably the strongest way to actually play lessons. Is the combo seems so good. We'll see. I mean, people will adjust to it, but as long as you dodge the graveyard hate. Who has 2 thumbs and is accidentally playing his first run on a jank deck in best of 3 comp. Hey, what are you playing, Montfranc? What is your jank? Well, let's Shared Roots, do a little rampant, grab us a... doesn't really matter. Let's take an island. Go. Well, lesson 1 in the graveyard. Oh, opponent. Storm Chaser's talent. And a Verge, and a Pixie to pick up the Storm Chaser's talent. Now, play the land. Let's stock up. I mean, take some card draw. Fast the turn. We can annul if they replay the Storm Chaser's talent. Oh, Bonek, Gloom Lake Verge. Yeah, I mean, we are going to annul it. We're not just gonna have you doing that all day. And all the Storm Chasers talent. Hey Seth, are you planning on any earthbending decks with wilderness reclamation? I hadn't really thought about it. What is your idea, Tazinger? So, what do you get out of earthbending with wilderness rec? Because wilderness rec just untaps your lands right on your end step. So I guess if you earthbend them, you kind of get vigilance. Am I missing something, or is there more to it than that, or is it just kind of like you get to like you can tap your lands to do stuff and then have them as blockers, kind of? I mean, I guess that's kind of cute. But maybe there's some synergy I haven't seen yet. Let's grab an island. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's stock up. Let's keep going. I don't think we die this turn. There's a Ranon Saw. Actually, do we want even Ranon Saw? Firebending Lesson might be better. Maybe we go Firebending Lesson in Mistrise Village. And then we can Firebending Lesson, kill something, accumulate wisdom. Like next turn should be a pretty good turn. Tanos for the 51st month. How you doing, Tanos? Good to see ya. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are things? Oh, Cosmic. Oh, please tell me you can't trigger that. Oh, do you have, if they have a 1-drop here? Boomerang basics. To trigger it, they have to bounce it. They grow their team. Yeah, that is rough, buddy. That is rough, buddy. Well, I don't know if we can get out of this now. So we can kill this. We need to hit another removal spell. Accumulate wisdom. Okay, that actually does work for now. Bounce that. Combustion technique that. Okay, well, we're live. We're alive for the moment. For a very brief moment, but we overcame opponent Cosmo Grand Zenith and a land untapped, and of course has a way to trigger it. I mean, the new set's sweet. The new set's super sweet. That's not good. Accumulated wisdom. And we don't have enough red mana. Yeah, that does it. Man. So I will say, oh yeah, lessons are so good. Oh, we have that's rough money emote, dog. We bought that first thing. So I will say, lessons are kind of busted. Lessons are busted. I actually don't think they will bring back Learn at Strixhaven now. I think lessons are too good. Either that or we're gonna be in for a well, yeah, I mean we could kill Combustion, but we couldn't kill all the tokens, and we were at 1. Like, we had to kill all 3 bodies, and we just did not have the ability to kill all 3. If we had one more red source, we could have tried to play Ranon Saw to make 2 blockers, and then killed one of the tokens with Combustion technique, and then we probably still were dead, but we might have had a shot, but we only had 2 red mana, so we didn't have the ability to do it. So I will say, lessons are busted. I still think the Fair Lesson deck is fun, and it can do some cool things, and I'm not writing it off. We only got in a couple games with it. I will say, though, the actual, like, Combo Weed version felt kind of insane. Like, the Combo Weed version felt so incredibly good, and, like, the big turns that you have with it. So, I gotta say, Lessons seem really sweet, and New Standard looks pretty fun so far. We'll see where it shakes out, but so far, the set looks good. The post-ban stuff has made things a ton better. So yeah, format's in a good place. The set's in a good place. But I think that brings us to the end of our stream for today. So we taught a bunch of lessons. We'll explore some more stuff in the future. But anyway, everyone, I want to know if Wan Shi Tong's great in all types of deck, or is it just control and mid-range, or is it too early to gauge? So if we're talking about standard Panthro, I think it's very good in control and mid-range. I would not play it in an aggro deck though, or like most combo decks, because in standard, not enough people are searching their libraries for you to trigger its ability. In older formats, then it's different because there's so many people playing fetch lands. It's, in standard, you need to be able, I think, to have a lot of mana to cast Wan Shi Tong to have it be worth it. In older formats, you don't need that. You want to cast it most of the time, I think, for 2 mana in response to a fetch land and just do it that way. So in standard, I think, probably wouldn't play it in most aggro decks. In older formats, then I would still play it in aggro decks. So standard, more for like ramping control decks, I would say. Older formats, you can toss in aggro too, because it's so insane for 2 mana even in older formats. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're building around it, if you're going to build around it and try to like, I'm trying to make you search your library shenanigans, then it could be different. There's just not a ton that does that in standard. Like, there's not a ton of ways that you're making your opponent like search their library. So, but yeah, if you did build around it, that could be fun too. But anyway, everyone, that brings us to the end of our stream for today. Thanks for hanging out. Reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube if you missed anything. Normal YouTube, tons of stuff coming up from the Avastar set. So keep an eye out for all that. One more shout out to Card Kingdom, our sponsor today. And most importantly, thank you to all of you. You are amazing and awesome. And I love y'all. I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy Avatar. And I will talk to you soon.